Tifa.
It's breakfast.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hello, Aki. How are you doing? Got lots of snacks and drinks ready for the stream. Good. Thank you for heeding our pre-stream advertorial. Also, hello, Honest Psycho. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Hello, Melix. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Yes. Yes. Hello, Tifa. I don't care how you're doing because I already know. No, I do care, but I already know the answer. I have a question for you, though.
What is it?
In all the time we've been a couple and lived together, how come we never started collecting like souvenirs from trips?
Well, we've tried several times.
More importantly, because we're about to shame Tifa for yet another of her many shortcomings. Yes, but my question to you: when you go places,
we didn't even go on that trip lately.
Do you collect souvenirs? Do you get a certain thing to take along home, or do you get like random things to take along back home, or do you just not do that at all? So Tifa, please explain to me why we can't have souvenirs.
Why are you blaming me for this? Besides, I don't see you getting souvenirs. We started some things. Like every time we started flying, Jack for some reason wanted the
in-flight magazine.
Flying Company's magazine, which company I cannot say, which you can find there in the closet. Like that's not...
That's true.
Anything interesting. Those are EasyJet.
Spoilers, yes.
Which we only got on a flight, of course.
Not quite as bad as Ryanair and a lot of other airlines. But they have an in-flight magazine that you can take home. And back when we were flying regularly, because that just happened that way, because I hate flying, I would always take an in-flight magazine along as a souvenir and reminder to myself I overcame my fear and I flew somewhere.
Well, I want to throw them away.
I'll throw you away.
Then we considered getting magnets for like on the fridge, but we don't really have anything to stick them on because they don't stick on it. So then we didn't do that. Then I once wanted to buy
our fridge is stupid. You can't put magnets on, that's the thing.
Yeah, then I once wanted to buy like books or like a manga or something from a bookstore as a souvenir in the language of the country we're in, which we also didn't end up doing.
Correct, because they don't get translated to every language.
Well, that doesn't matter. I just wanted something in that language from the country, but in the end we didn't do that either because I was cheap. Then
remember this part, please.
Then what else?
Carry on.
And then souvenir shops I usually don't like anything in. And basically so far most of these things are all things I came up with and tried out and you didn't want to. So why are you shaming me?
You don't, because you deserve it. That's the answer to that question.
This is so random. We didn't even go on a trip anywhere.
It doesn't matter, it still hurts. We've gone to so many places. We've been on vacation so many times and we never took souvenirs along.
But the souvenirs are the memories we made along the way.
Very sweet. I was gonna end it with that as like an olive branch to you. See? Aki always brings a souvenir along. What do you get if you don't mind sharing? Honest Psycho got a t-shirt when I visited Berlin, but it was uncomfortable. The trip or the t-shirt? I hope a t-shirt, because if it was a whole trip that would suck more.
What's a typical Berlin t-shirt? I believe bears and something with a traffic light.
Something like that. The shirt, the trip was nice. Good. If one of the two has to suck, I'd rather it be the shirt. A bad trip or vacation is worse. It was a bear. That's the insignia of Berlin. It's a thing.
Yeah, usually you see those things on a shirt. Yeah.
I lost some of them.
I mean, that's fair.
But you remember having them. So here's why I'm saying this. Because very early on in our relationship, because we were long distance for like the first 8-9 months.
What? 9 months? No, like over a year.
May to February, that is 9 months.
How did you get to 9 months?
Because we became a couple in May and the February after that you came over.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Memory?
It was not in February.
Yes. You came over for my birthday.
Where's my thingy where I signed up as a citizen?
I remember being so freaking adorable. She came over for like a short 1 week vacation for my birthday. And back then you didn't have a job. So I was like, you know what I want
I always had a job.
Do you know what I want for my birthday, Tifa? Because we were already talking like, well, there are more jobs over here than there are in the Netherlands at the time.
Excuse me, at that time I worked 3 jobs and then I quit to come here because I found a job here. At least tell the story correct.
Yes,
I have
am.
not had a job since I was 12.
You didn't have a job in the sense that you couldn't quit at moment's will, basically.
Oh, if you can quit at a moment's will, it's not a job.
Okay.
It's like
no. You don't get to do this.
Or a pastime.
Tifa always shits on me for going on long-winded rants. First of all, every job is a job worth doing, I believe. So this isn't meant in a disrespectful manner. You had like 3 mini jobs, which were all just mini jobs because...
No, one was a full-time job and the other 2 were mini jobs. I did 5 to 6 cleaning in a hospital. I did 8 to 5 working in a supermarket, and then I did like 7 to midnight working in the cinema.
So
I remember because those days were hell.
3 jobs, which I don't think is healthy for most people, versus 1 job that pays as much as the other 3 combined.
Okay, but that's not the point. I just
That's
wanted you
the point I was trying to make, and before you make me look like a dick, I'm making myself look even more adorable than I know I am.
I'm not adorable. At least tell the story right. Like you found a better job here. Because that's what the case was.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was going with.
You said you had no job and then you came here because there are jobs here. This is where they took me jobs come from.
Do you now know why usually I'm way more verbose with what I'm saying? So help me out here.
We're agreeing, right? That these are like 2 different stories.
Discussion I was trying to have, which is now come and gone. If I go on my usual preemptive longer rants, Tifa tells me, it takes forever telling a story. And if I try to go really short and just get to the point, she tells me I've got the details wrong.
Just because now you didn't even say anything that's correct. Let me tell you how this sentence would have gone. Like, you had a job in the Netherlands, but you found a better job here. So I came here.
Yes.
What do you mean you can't? Why are you picking his side? There are having a job and not having a job are 2 completely different stories.
Honest Psycho, Brofist, place it on the screen.
They're 2 completely different stories. But okay, continue.
Was the point clear from the way I phrased it? I would argue yes.
No.
Anyway, you came over here and you did a language course. Yeah, see, Aki agrees as well. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Absolutely not.
You came over here for like a language course thingy, and when I told you for my birthday, I asked all of my family and you if instead of a 1 language course to get like to the beginner level, you would be willing to, as a birthday gift for me, accept the follow-up course as well and stay over here longer. And you did, and in that time frame you found a job that you then had for like 3 years, and then you stayed over here.
Yes, that is true.
Yes, point is, I am adorable, I imported her.
What does this have to do with souvenirs though?
Because back when we were long distance, we would always have to travel to spend some time with one another. And we never got souvenirs. Back then, I kind of also understood because we would have to kind of like get every souvenir twice. 1 for me to take along and 1 for her. So that's kind of like, it's fine, but it's like more effort than just 1 souvenir. What if there's only 1 of something we want to take along? Like who gets to keep it for the time being?
But that's not really souvenirs, because you're not traveling like together to a new place, you're traveling back and forth to someone. That's like saying, okay, I'm gonna visit my mom now who lives in a different city.
So you can't have a souvenir to commemorate a nice vacation you had together to a place you've been to before?
I know, I feel like it's different. So, like I said, where does this souvenir thing even come from? Where does the saltiness come from?
It's always been there, just under the surface. It just randomly popped up in my head, and I wanted to tell you that I'm still hurt. That in 12 years we've been together, 10 years living in the same place, basically, we never started souvenirs.
Why didn't you? You're the one that's bothered
because
by it.
I can tell you why. Because every time I told you, oh, this would look nice, why don't we take this along as a souvenir? Why don't we start collecting those? You said the one thing you mentioned earlier.
It's junk.
Yeah, but it's so expensive and it's junk, it's just gonna collect dust. She led with a cost
sound like me.
Yes, it does.
We have so many little crappy things that are just collecting.
What did you just call my memorabilia?
Just collecting.
Did you hear this? These things have emotional value to at least one of us. I'm sorry, only I love us being together. The audacity. Yeah, exactly.
The majority of them aren't even like souvenirs. Also, we did buy souvenirs. We got a go get the little yaks. The hairy coos.
Okay,
which I bought, which is the best souvenir we have ever bought. Go get them.
No. So, first of all, yes, we have occasionally in the last 5 or so years brought souvenirs back home. When we went to Scotland in 2018, Tifa loves hairy cows. It's like long hair cows. They look really cute. They're like, I don't know.
They're adorable.
They don't look like normal cows. They have long hair. They look really cute
horns.
and really derpy. They're adorable. They look like you just want to brush them and you want to pet them, and they're super fluffy. And anyway, we were walking through the store up in Scotland during this like bus trip we did around the area.
Yeah, that was on our way to the Loch Ness Lake.
Yeah. Loch Ness Lake. Yeah, Loch Ness. Lake Ness. And I think I saw them and I was like, do you want them? And he's like, nah.
No, I'm the one that
and
bought
I decided.
them. I remember. That was my choice. I even picked the set myself.
Okay, I remember this vastly different. And during the last trip where we bought a souvenir, that was like the second time we did. Do you remember that one?
Second trip we did.
The other souvenir I remember you buying. Keep in mind, she's the one that brought up, it's just gonna collect dust and it's gonna be expensive.
What souvenir have I bought?
We went to Disneyland in October last year. And because we hadn't been in Paris, there's 2 parks, Disneyland and what's it called? Walt Disney Studio Park. It's
Walt Disney Studios.
It's like a slightly smaller theme park, mostly centered around movies and thrill rides. So we went to both of them because we've been to Disneyland, we hadn't been to the other. And we spent 90 minutes standing in line for the stupid Spider-Man attraction. I'm saying stupid because of a 90-minute wait. It was actually quite a lot of fun.
It was one of the best rides we've been on that day.
Yeah, but 90 minutes standing there is... I hate it. I don't like full theme parks. I like
in a big room that smelled like farts, basically.
Yes. I'm pretty sure we also smelled like everybody's behind gases at that point. Yes. But after that, Tifa, going through the souvenir store with me, because you know there's a souvenir store after every ride at Disney, because the one thing Disney needs is more money. Tifa bought one of those spider bots for like, I don't know, $9,000.
It was $8.
Disgusting. Disney doesn't need more money. Also, hello Shrift, hello Groundhog, happy Wednesday. How are you both doing?
Yeah.
Judging by the bot, I'd say I've missed quite a lot. We should be on the home stretch. We should be getting near the end.
We're gonna be like 1 or 2 more streams before the end, but we'll do the recap later.
Yes.
Groundhog, long time no see, how you've been?
Not gonna stay because spoilers, fair, but want to drop in for a minute. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
I hope you're doing well. How is everything? We're still gonna be here for a minute. Because I still need to shame Tifa for not getting souvenirs earlier. Shrift.
I don't see you buying any souvenirs.
Because you wouldn't let me, because they're expensive. Shrift, Groundhog, when you go places, when you go on trips, do you collect souvenirs? If so, what? I'm not gonna stay because I got class, but I'll stop by in an hour and a half.
class.
have fun in class, and say hello to everybody in class.
We are much more of an educational stream.
I would not agree with that statement. I do make an effort occasionally to try not to leave people dumber after watching us. But the educational value of our streams is somewhere between, I would say, neutral and a slight improvement.
I feel like it's quite high.
In your general knowledge of things.
The Binging Master Detective Archives raincoat, but I'm free now. How do you like it?
How do you like it?
Evie mentioned it's good, but not as good as Danganronpa.
Yeah, the comparison is there because it's made by some of the same key staff members. Yeah. I'm
supposed to get smarter?
No, you're supposed to be entertained.
And smarter.
That's the first purpose.
Over the past 3 years, I feel like we have taught everyone so much, and there's lots of facts to be found, and there's always like something.
There's always something you can learn here, whether it's something that will make you feel smarter afterwards. That's up to you to decide, but you might learn something. It's just that you might not have wanted to. Usually that happens when Tifa starts speaking freely. Yeah, about stuff like cannibalism.
But that also came from history facts.
That
only became a thing
Tifa again.
Because I was talking about some history matters and that had cannibalism in it, which I found kind of fascinating, and that kind of turned into.
You know the amazing thing about you, Tifa? Whenever you speak about history, there's a 99% chance it leads to people being eaten, at least in part. You could also just go with the history part, because a lot of things that have happened in time were really interesting.
The cannibalism thing already started before that, now that I think of it.
Yeah, I was trying to let you off easy, but please stop, I'm getting hungry.
We've been talking about back in the day how sugar actually contained human bones because of how they were made.
How American sugar isn't always vegan because sometimes it gets whitened with something that is derived from bones. True. That's not history, that's just a thing.
No, but back in, I think that was also in the Netherlands, there was a sugar factory. After the war, there were lots of bodies around, lots of bones and everything. And people, to earn money, would start collecting the dead bodies, the bones, the things they found, and sold them to the sugar factory.
Souvenirs are fun, says Groundhog. Thank you. I don't have a specific thing, except for magnets for shows, I see. Nice. I see that. Though they've recently stopped being common, which just makes me sad. Can you still get them online? Maybe, like, even if there aren't official ones, maybe like fans make them on like Etsy or someplace like that?
Oh, that could also be.
One thing, my dad at some point started collecting souvenirs through us because my dad doesn't really travel much. He doesn't like it, I guess. As in different countries and different places.
Yeah, I remember once forgetting and then quickly ordering it on eBay when we were back.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We went to a place and on the flight back, or on the train back, I don't remember.
Italy, I think it was.
On the flight back then, yeah. We were like, oh crap, we forgot to buy a fridge magnet for my dad. And then, like, after we landed, we Googled it and we realized we had looked at them in Italy, in Rome and in Venice. And getting the same ones on eBay was actually more than half a price cheaper.
We don't support the local community.
So
no, I'm quite sure it was because we forgot about them.
We don't support the tourist traps.
Not sure, but I'm quite sure we
and
just
the price gouging. So here's my trick for you. If that's okay with you and you want to get like those fridge magnets like Rome, Venice, you know, those city ones, that's a thing over here in Europe at least. When you stand in the store and you're looking at them and you find one you like, check Amazon, check eBay, check whichever store you want. You'll probably find the same one for less. And then you don't need to worry about breaking it on the way home.
I'm still quite sure we just forgot about it. Because Jane...
In Italy we did. But...
Yeah, because I remember him asking if we could bring
When we went to Vienna, we specifically compared prices. In Italy we forgot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We absolutely forgot there because I remember.
But after that, we did it on purpose.
We only recalled when your dad was like, "Oh, when can I come pick it up?" Or when are you coming over to drop it by? And then it was like, "Fuck." And then it was
yeah, we're busy. So we stalled him with like visiting us until the thingy arrived. We're like, here, there you go.
I was gonna say in Vienna we did buy it online on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like $15 for a fridge magnet.
Oh, that was expensive.
It was like 6 something, including shipping from eBay, shipping from China. Like,
he doesn't notice the difference. We're horrible people. Sorry.
Don't get me started on the whitening stuff in US food. I don't think it's just the US. I just predominantly know about the US because I know people there. So, like, if I look up stuff like this, it's usually about either places I live in or I've been to or where people I know live. I'm pretty sure we throw a lot of stuff into food in every country that we might not want to think too much about.
Oh, it doesn't really matter. That thing was only interesting because of the human bones.
Of course.
Snowy, how are you doing? Finished it?
Happy
Not
Wednesday.
yet. We are probably on our last or second to last OMORI stream.
Yes, this should be the final part, I think.
Probably second to last.
Depends on how fast we are later.
Yeah.
Also, Groundhog loves the game, couldn't stop playing. It's different from Danganronpa, but it's not always a bad thing. Didn't make me cry as much. Oh, you already finished it?
That's not a bad thing.
Nice. Nice.
But good to hear it was a nice game.
Yeah. I think we said the same thing to Evie, or I said the same thing. Danganronpa, all in all, to me was so good. I don't think it's fair for me to expect a game, even if some of the same people worked on it, to be just that good again. Because it's hard to keep like delivering on that level consecutively every single time. Like I love the Zelda games, and even there, like, there's a difference in how much I enjoy them. That doesn't mean I don't like the games, except for Majora's Mask and the Seasons games, or the Oracle games.
When it comes to like whole art and designs and everything, Majora's Mask is actually one of my favorite ones.
It definitely, it has many amazing moments. It's just that
mechanics.
Overall, the glue that binds the game together for me is just not there. Or I actively hate what the game does. But maybe one day I will replay.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, that's fair.
Preservatives for whitening are something I'm so aware of because I'm allergic to sulfites. Very common preservative. Oh, snap. Okay. So she actually has to check like every single label on food just to make sure that she doesn't get that.
Well,
now,
is that
congrats on being second.
Is that a vegan type? Because I don't think so, right? Because then the safest thing is to...
sulfites are generally vegan. They're in a lot of things. They're also in raisins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's easier to look for something with like a vegan label.
But not everything vegan is actually labeled vegan.
Yeah, but sometimes it is.
Yeah,
all depends. True. Like I feel like of all the places we've been, the one place that does labeling the best is the UK.
Yes, because they
100%.
have laws in place for that you need to label your food. So for me, that's like a dream. I can just go place and like, oh my god, they're labeling their things here. This is really nice.
Like everything is labeled so well, and everything has like a vegetarian sticker or a vegan sticker, or it has this in it, or it has that in it, and it's like super clear. And you don't have to stand in a store for 5 minutes googling what's in it because of him there, and it's like, oh.
Bottom line, just label your stuff. It could be that easy.
It's definitely easier.
Apparently I spent over 55 hours playing it, I beat it in under a week.
Hey,
I take that as an absolute win, because you somehow made time or found the time to spend this much time playing the game in just 1 week. So now I'm kind of beating myself up because I didn't buy it last week when it was on sale. I mean, it's just released, but it was only like $20 off over here during Amazon Prime Day.
We'll go on sale again. Besides, we can also wait until they have like a 3 for 2 thingy again.
Yeah.
Then we at least have a game to put in, because the last 2 times or so that they had that sale, we didn't have 3 games that we wanted to buy.
Yes. First of all that. Second of all, Tifa, I need you to potentially close the blinds more, because I've got... No, there's a cloud. I suddenly got blinded. They might still bring this to PC. I don't remember if I announced it as a Switch exclusive. I don't think they did. Just Switch first. So maybe in like half a year, whatever, it's on Steam.
Well, we'll see.
I'll get it at some point, is what I'm saying.
It's gonna be DLC for it soon. Already? Oh, that's fast.
Yeah.
It came out like what, last month?
DLC focusing on the other main characters, right? Like there's the main character, and then there's like these secondary characters, for lack of better terms, and it focuses on those, I think.
Oh, that's kind of nice. If you had a cultural food to try, what will it be?
What's a cultural food? I've never heard that expression.
You just mean like, for example, Indian, like in general, or like a type of dish? Because I'm not even sure about dish.
Are we talking about different types of cuisines, as in from a country, or like an area, or specific dishes? Because then I can tell you.
Of the specific dishes, I can't tell you because I don't know.
Let's wait for the question first. Can't drink most wines and food being cooked with wine is problem at restaurants. Yeah, fair enough. Most of them, I would imagine, have sulfites in them. Yeah. The physical copy, which took a while to get, Evie also had a problem getting the physical copy. Maybe it wasn't just Amazon being weird, but maybe something with the entire shipment went wrong.
I have no clue, but it wasn't that hard to get a copy. I've also seen them laying in the stores.
Yeah, maybe it's like a local thing. As in, the US got affected, or some parts at least.
Yeah.
We will never know.
That could be...
I want to get so I can share the game with the other person, so I have people to talk about it with. Fair. That's the nice thing about physical copies. And places where you can share your digital library. I know Steam allows you to do it. Any race from foods, it can be any. So I'm taking it, you mean like countries and stuff. If I could try one that I haven't had yet, I think...
Good question. I think more Korean.
We've had Korean food.
Yeah, only like what, 1-2 dishes?
Yeah.
If anything, I would like to try more Korean food.
Okay, I was thinking like food from places I've never tried so far.
But that's hard. What haven't you?
Most African countries actually, because like Africa is a huge continent. I've had Egyptian food, that was good. But I've had Moroccan food, that was also amazing.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm trying in my mind to go through all the different countries that are in Africa. But I think that's about it. So I would like to try more of those, simply because I haven't had any of them.
For those that are confused, by the way, half Moroccan family.
Yeah.
There's no way he didn't have Moroccan food.
Yes. Wait, I did have... we had one African dish from that
Kenya.
delivery place once.
That's
It was super expensive.
Kenya.
Kenyan?
Yeah.
Then we had that. That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I would like to try more of those. I would like some more Japanese food, which is difficult for me because vegetarian. And a lot of Japanese dishes are usually flavored with like fish stock. That's just how it is.
Oh, we need to go to that Japanese ramen place again.
Yeah.
That's near. That was not bad when we think. I'd like to try authentic ramen from a small shop.
Yeah, same.
I feel like we've had that because the restaurant I just mentioned, the Japanese ramen store, it is also like a small store and it's actually owned by some Japanese people that moved over here and they also have like Japanese chefs and everything.
Japanese menu. Also German and English, because I can't do Japanese.
We first looked at that one and it's like...
I'm sorry, could we have an English or a German menu, please? Because I know it's food, but I cannot read any of it. They had pictures, so I could tell it was food. That was really good, actually. Yeah.
That was really tasty. We should go there again.
Yes, we should. It was pretty expensive. I mean, compared to instant ramen and adding stuff yourself. Then again, it's...
You can't top 50 cents for a package.
Yeah, it's also like a restaurant, so I assume prices will be higher than just making it yourself. It was delicious.
I would also like to try some more food from like Afghanistan.
Have you ever had any of that?
I believe I've had one rice dish from there once, funnily enough, when I was visiting Kosovo for work.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good from what I recall. But I don't know if it was actually like traditional, but it was really tasty. So
or like
I would like
localized.
more food, yeah. So I would like some more food from that.
Yeah, like when you get Chinese in Germany, it's Chinese adapted to German palates. It's the same everywhere.
Country.
Like it's definitely the same everywhere. Like you go to any country and you eat the food there, it's always something that the people there would enjoy.
Yeah.
I know
like
we've
Dutch,
been to
Chinese, no one here knows what that is.
It's
Other
so
way
different.
around.
It's so wild. It's amazing. You order the same dish or what you think is the same dish based on the name. It's like, I don't recognize this.
Most Chinese people don't even know what Dutch Chinese food is. Like they order something and it's like, what is this?
Understandable. We have been to like authentic Chinese restaurants before, but first of all, now that I'm a vegetarian, or for 5 years now, 7 actually, for a while,
Sure.
a lot of the stuff I can't eat, or at least the places I've been to don't really cater to my diet, because they had stuff like chicken feet, which I believe is a big thing over in Asia. I would never have tried them, and now I will definitely not try them, simply because just the thought makes me gag. They could be delicious. I'm not saying they aren't. Like,
it's not mine.
But like just looking at them makes me not able to eat, so I'm good.
Some of the stuff is insane. There we do have a very traditional Chinese restaurant, and they have things like pickled goat brain.
Yeah, it's apparently that's the thing that people like to eat, but not me.
Yeah, cow's tongue, which apparently is really good though. See that quite
often
in
Germany
the Netherlands too.
Yeah.
And it's like, that is not for me. I'm very happy those parts are also being eaten, by the way. I mean, if we're killing an animal for food, like use the whole thing. So I'm glad someone eats it, but that just makes me...
Yeah.
No, that's something I'm not willing to try.
Yeah. Getting so hungry now. Get some food for yourself and Udo.
Oh, eating Indian now. Indian is my favorite.
Yeah. It's so difficult because
it's one of my favorites.
I love Italian food. I love like burgers and barbecues and Indian.
If you had to give one up.
And like burritos. I never had Mexican burritos, more like a German interpretation of Californian burritos. I don't know how authentic that is in any sense, but they're delicious. So I don't care, it's good food. And I can't pick just one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you...
It's difficult.
Like, there's no way I would give up Indian food.
Yeah, but I also wouldn't want to give up pizza.
I mean, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do get that, but still. Like, if I had to drop, I'm sorry, Italian or like Indian, it would be like, I'm sorry, Italian food. I love my noodles.
Indian can be so delicious.
Yeah, it is. I'm not good at making it though.
Like, one thing that messes me up, like when I think about it, is how you can get these flavors out of mixing the different spices. Like the first time I went to an Indian restaurant, I knew people love it because otherwise it wouldn't be a thing. But I was wary because I never had food like that. I mean, I've had spiced and spicy food, but never Indian before. So, you know, it's a new experience. And I tried it and immediately fell in love. And mostly with like the spices and the sauces, and I have no idea. If all I had to eat in a day was like a bucket of masala sauce and some bread, I would be okay with that. Like I just enjoy it.
I also can't make it. I've tried like once or twice. I don't have the knack for Indian spices.
Yeah, it's like 50% there. It's like you've got the spices, but it's like...
still not
It's not quite the same. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Kudos to everybody that can make like restaurant level Indian food. For all we know, Tifa, the stuff we've had that we fell in love with is actually bad compared to what Indian food in India is like.
Funnily enough,
That'd be amazing.
Some places actually do say that, like when you read the reviews, you have the typical, some say, oh, this is so authentic, and then you have some who say like, oh, this is not authentic at all, and I've been in India, and it doesn't taste like this one bit, and it's like, well, India is very big, besides the point.
I'm pretty sure that the North and the South Indian version of preparing a dish is different, or can be different.
have also very different dishes. I'm more of a South Indian dishes person.
That's more common over here.
Yeah, it's more of my favorite, but I love like dosas and stuff, which is more North Indian.
I'm paraphrasing, but it's basically a pancake made from lentil and rice flour. It's a savory kind of thing, and then it gets like filled. It's delicious. If you ever get the chance, you should try it.
Regardless, Indian is so good.
Yeah.
Can eat that every day.
Malix can't move. My cat is resting on my arm, and we all know the rule. You're not allowed to move a sleeping cat.
Nope.
Yes. But
that arm will die off, and even then it will still hold on.
I agree with Groundhog. You are a true hero, doing important work. But when something happens and the cat wakes up, that sound they sometimes make, apparently the internet calls that a murble, M-U-R-B-L-E, and it's so adorable. Like a cat waking up, it's like somewhere between a yawn and like a mew, and it's like it makes my heart melt. Maybe that's just the amount of greasy food I have, just like melting around my heart muscles.
My mom makes a lot of Indian food. When can we come over?
Yes, please send some over here.
Before the stream, I even offered Jack to get Indian food on Friday.
That's true, she did that. Or can you like film her when she does it and get like a recipe ingredient list? Because maybe there's a step we're missing.
No, I think even then we'll still fuck up. Like I even have an Indian cookbook.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like just because you know the spices to use, it doesn't mean you know how to get the flavor out of them the best way. We should do like a cooking class kind of thing.
Can always try.
I called that startup noise. That is a fair assessment.
It's so cute. It's like the best sound.
It is definitely one of my top 3 sounds in life.
It's super cute.
Top 2 is Tifa's voice. And top 1, number 1, by any metric, any standard, is me calling Tifa out on doing the recap and then listening to her. Tifa, what has happened the last time we played OMORI?
Here's your spoilers cue, Groundhog.
Yes, everybody, we're starting.
Really like a cat, but I have a small apartment and I don't think I can probably take care of it.
Then you shouldn't get a cat. I fully agree. If you don't think you can do it, you should be aware of it.
Bye, thank you so much for hanging. Have some more fun with everything you're gonna do, and hopefully see you soon again.
Yes, please. Say hi to the cats first. Yeah.
But...
Tifa, stop stalling.
Oh, we're still talking about the cats for a second more. But yeah, I have to say... here, besides the fact that Jack is allergic, but that's not that important because, you know, you can just take a pill or something.
Jack isn't that important.
It's like, where do I put the kitty litter? And I can't take the cats outside because we're on like a raised ground floor. There's like a highway in the area, and it's like, I don't want to do this to my...
I want my cat to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm protective.
But I really miss cats. The best thing when you come home and you sit on the couch and then there's a cat laying next to you or on your lap.
I'll give you the next best thing, okay?
Ow!
Meow!
It's not the same.
Average cat. You know?
It's not the same because you're scratched,
looks at you all cute, scratches you and goes meow.
It's not even like bloody or leaves.
Meow.
It's not the same.
Meow. I would rub my ass all over you, but we're filming right now.
It's not the same.
Why do cats do that? The thing where they keep showing you their
butthole.
Their private parts. It's like, I know you have them. It would be shocking if you didn't. Maybe that's why they show us. To make sure that like, yeah, you are a regular cat. Anyway, stop stalling. Tifa, I had the perfect segue. Why are you ruining things?
Wait, you check if a cat is a regular cat by checking out its butthole. Is that what I take out of that line?
No, I said...
You heard that right.
That's not what I said, and everybody heard what I said, which was the cat shows you so that you can check for the cat if it's a standard issue cat. Or if it's like the Barbie and Ken doll version of a cat.
What does a Barbie version of a cat's butthole looks like?
It doesn't have one.
See? Educational stream.
We circled.
Educational.
We're circling back to assholes. We always are because I'm here. Now, Tifa,
Fine.
recap, please.
Recap. So, we're playing Omori. We have finished the Hangman game, which, as
Yes.
we have already expected, spelled
Welcome
out.
to Black Space.
Exactly. We have been all the words, by the way, turned into keys, and all of those keys fit into one door that was in our actual black space, which was all a bit creepy and distorted and messed up. And we kept trying to save Basil in the majority of them, and Basil kept dying on us before he could actually talk to us, and he was like trying to get our help, but we weren't really helping, and then it was too late because Basil is dead. We did all of the doors. We now have to explore one main door, which is probably where we will confront
a big
our fears.
black door surrounded by a eerie red light.
Or no, we're not going to confront our fears in that door, probably our grief, which is what we still need to overcome.
So, after we put the hangman, or we finished the hangman puzzle by getting the missing letter with C, Basil's house, south of, what's it, Pinwheel Forest? Pilotline Forest?
Basil's house.
Became a hellscape, as in the little moat-looking lake around it suddenly became lava. There were hands coming out of it, you know, the creepy black hands, and the shadow stranger appeared again. Also a giant chasm which we leapt into. After that we walked through some imaginary version of all of Sunny's fears. Where to swim to get somewhere, where to jump down, so heights, where to climb up, again heights. Where to deal with spider webs, and then we found Marie in a glass coffin. So that led into black space, and then we learned that apparently black space, and this is my interpretation because we haven't learned, but it looked like it, black space is all the negative thoughts and the jumbled hot mess of thoughts in Sunny's mind that usually he literally keeps locked away in the depths of headspace, which is why it's so difficult to get there. And everything points to us needing to do something, to face something, to
This is the extremely long version of what I
situation.
basically said.
Yeah, but since earlier you gave me crap for going with the short versions.
That was not a short version, it was the completely wrong version. The short version would have been changed 2 words, regardless. You know what I realized earlier though?
Tell me.
Picking up those keys were optional.
Yeah.
What would have happened if we didn't pick them up at all?
That's not true. You have to finish at least one, if not several, of the doors in black space. After, I don't know if it was a specific door where we found Basil, or if it was the amount of doors we had opened and finished. But the final door showed up, and we decided, we're already here, we're gonna explore all of the now optional doors first, and then go into this one.
I know, but what if we didn't pick up any keys?
Then you couldn't continue because the door with a red light doesn't appear.
Yeah, but then we would have just been stuck in the game, not knowing what to do.
Yes.
Because nowhere did it say you have to pick up the keys. You could have skipped picking up the keys and just ignore them. So at some point, you would have just been at where we were just before we picked up the last one and just run around aimlessly. This only happened because we got the words. What if we never finished the words and we got to this point in the game?
What words?
The welcome to black space.
The hangman.
Yes.
Then you were in the state we were in until we found the remaining letter, where if you try to go to that specific area, the game just opens the hangman screen, therefore pointing out to you through gameplay purposes, you're missing something. And the last ominous message we had received before that was, explore until there is nothing left. The game quite clearly tells you need to finish the hangman puzzle.
About that, technically.
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. Explore until there's nothing left doesn't tell me, hey, finish the damn puzzle.
Everybody except Tifa understands that you need to finish the hangman puzzle. It was obvious from the beginning. To me.
I mean, you could have just skipped it.
Like, I had a feeling you need to do it to get something at the end when they told you, hey, you need to explore everything. That's when I realized, yeah, definitely it's the hangman puzzle.
I mean, hopefully.
Also, 1 sec, our semi-bot is doing something weird. Okay, we're still there.
Fix.
Cool. You can't access black space without the keys.
Yeah, but that's what I was wondering. What would have happened if we didn't have the keys?
Nothing.
Then we would have just been stuck.
Yes, like we technically were on up until we picked up the C. Nothing. You can't continue the game. Tifa, the same thing happens in every other video game. If you don't make progress, you stay where you are.
Yeah, but still, the keys during the whole game felt optional.
Yes.
And now at this point, then they would go like, hey,
yes,
sorry, you need to go through the entire map again.
Yes.
It's a bit
if
confused.
you hadn't picked up the keys,
I'm guessing most people
on
would
this
just
route,
pick up the keys.
You would get to the ominous message, explore until there is nothing left. You leave that room and the next thing that happens without any input is the hangman showing up. Clearly telling you, explore until there's nothing left. Hangman. Explore until there's nothing left. Hangman.
I'm just saying just a
what
message.
What do I need to
doesn't tell me anything.
Collect the letters. Yes.
Okay, now I'm ready to start.
We are getting to the very serious parts of OMORI. We've already tackled some of these issues. If you're unaware, it comes with a list of trigger warnings. This is, I'm thinking, as serious as the game is gonna get now. So please be mindful of that. And you're actually gonna...
Ramen cat.
Omo cat. See the trigger warnings on screen because this time I was prepared.
And
wait, stop, go back. This is different.
Sound is different. The intro is a bit darker.
It's color swapped. Now it's dark. And the music is different. The game knows where we are.
I mean, of course it does.
That's a nice touch.
Alright. You're ready to go into this last door?
Sounds like the devs were trying to punish people who didn't 100% their game. They're railroading you to make sense of it.
It kinda does. I doubt anyone playing this game would not pick up the keys.
Yeah, I would imagine most people, either like us, only pick up the ones to finish the hangman, or all of them.
Yeah, but I can imagine most people, or I can imagine there's at least this one person that wouldn't.
Yeah, Tifa, if she wasn't here with me. Hello Jima, happy Wednesday, how are you doing?
What he said. You ready for this last
I
one?
hope everybody got their tissues ready, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna mess with us.
Emotional damage in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Check that statue.
This looks nicer than I expected.
A statue of a religious figure. You feel as if it is judging you.
This is the same statue as that's at the neighbor's house, that's like lined up.
Yeah.
Got loads of tissues ready. Oh, I forgot to load up on tissues. Is that a steak?
Ah, a hard frozen steak. Would you like to eat some?
No, YOLO.
Yeah. You can eat frozen steak in Zelda games, so...
We break a teeth? Oh, nothing. Okay.
Probably. Oh god, their hands are starting.
Where do you see the hands? Oh, they're
on
at
the
the bottom.
wall?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of hard to not see them.
Yeah,
like once you spot them, it's like, must be a papyrus steak. Crossover event confirmed.
Oh, okay.
Okay. One more key.
This is very serene at the moment. Wait, listen. It's like...
Tifa is trying to cater to the you want to be emotionally messed up, but you also want mommy to step on you crowd. Now, I'm assuming direct control.
No.
Ah, this is a church. I don't like where this is going. Pitter patter. Pitter patter. Pitter patter, pitter patter. We're all gonna say the same thing to you. You really think one of them is like an Easter egg and says something else?
Maybe one will say patter pitter.
I doubt that. I really don't think at this point in the game there's gonna be hidden items.
Probably not.
I think this all exists exclusively to tell the story.
That's not creepy.
Yes, it is.
Sunny, the truth is here. You've been running from this for so long. But this time we can face it together.
I still wonder what the truth is.
Pitter patter makes me think rats are running away. Yeah, it's like the sound of little feet running off.
I think it's supposed to signify like a pencil quickly going over paper.
Yeah, like
you know,
an actual
when you're
scribble.
drawing really fast.
Sunny, why did it end up like this? Sunny. I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me? My best friend.
Do you want to save Basil? Yes. I want to try at least.
There's something out there. It's calling me. It's calling you too.
Which window is that?
Let's go together.
That's the door to the garden, to the treehouse.
Yeah. That's messed up.
Is the black one-eyed demon-looking thing, is that just fear incarnate? Like always taking different shapes as fear sometimes can do? Finger.
Just a finger. Okay.
Finger. 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 If we find 11 of them, that means at least 2 people died here.
That's... Can't check that.
It looks like half a person.
Yeah, that looks like half a basil.
That's the other half over there.
Oh, there's 2.5 basils now. I'm so sorry. Will you forgive me, my best friend? Please, it hurts. Tell them to let go. Wait, what are you doing? Tell them to stop. Please, tell them to stop. Help me. Did we just stab Basil?
What?
Or the hands? We stabbed Basil.
Is OMORI doing this because he knows this is all just in his mind, or what? Or is it like, hey, whenever I need to leave like white space, I just stab myself, so why don't I stab you to get out of here?
I think killing Muo pulled us over the edge.
Okay.
Is Hero missing?
Cal is. Oh, one of them definitely.
Oh, now there's space for us.
I think Sunny has different things on his mind right now. Just a hunch.
Let's quickly save before we try to go to the garden.
Don't tell me because I did the thing to Muro, I locked us into like the worst ending possible. And we never used another... Yeah, the door is open. Wait, he's playing the piano.
Yeah, it's piano sounds.
But that's Marie. You're going to cat hell.
And we deserve it. Well, mainly you, but...
A dream in a fantasy setting, I'm just saying.
You know, waltzes are always my favorite. That's why I choose this song for our last recital. But you always hated it, didn't you? How I'd lock myself away on the piano. All that practicing, playing the same song over and over. When you first picked up your new violin, you were so eager to play with me. But keeping up with something isn't so easy. Maybe I pushed you too hard. I'm sorry. I just wanted it to be perfect. We never did get to play at that last recital. Did you want to play it with me now?
Killing the cat definitely locked you to a bad ending. 33 hours wasted.
This is a game of different outcomes based on your actions. There are...
I believe so, yes.
There is at least one action that we know of.
Yeah, there's two two different routes at least, and there's several different endings. So.
But we won't tell you because spoilers.
Yeah, and we don't know what the conditions are either. Well, we know for the routes, but not anything else. Yeah, maybe. Thank you. Whoa, you scared me there, Sonny. Sorry for bursting in like that. I could have sworn I heard some music. You must miss Marie a lot. It's been hard for me too. I still think about her every day. I just don't understand why she chose to leave us the way she did. She did commit suicide.
So she actually did? But then why?
So the news on the tree was the news that Marie used, that the dad in Sunny's mind was trying to hack away at.
But then why is Basil also so fucked up? And even OMORI?
Well, at the very least, I'm guessing because they found her.
But where does the guilt come from then?
Survivor's guilt. I would like I don't know, but at the very least, I could imagine why did this person who was so close to me decide to do this? What could I have done to make this not happen? Was I not good enough? Was I not aware enough? Did I do something wrong? What did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? Like a million different questions you can ask yourself, none of which are good, because somebody doing this, that's not something you should pin on yourself. Like, you are not responsible for another person's action. Like,
yeah,
not like
I get
this.
that, but it seemed... How do I best explain this? Well, actually I can't, so I'm not going to. I just really thought they had something to do with her death.
But I knew her as a person who would always want all of us to be happy, even if it was without her. You should really get some rest. Go upstairs. I'll come join you in a bit. Try to play with... Okay, so the scene was entirely in Sunny's mind. A grand piano. Word OMORI is etched across the center.
Okay.
Wait, can you go outside?
I doubt you can leave the house.
Check the door on the top right, the garden door. Yes, you can. Now we finally can. This is the first time. Toys long forgotten, discolored by weather.
This is a really big garden. Okay,
that's where the tree used to be. It is fear.
We're not ready to go there yet.
It's fear though, right?
Fear.
Because like those
grief?
demon-looking things, every single time they look a bit different, and like every time they appeared, like.
Could also just be like acceptance. That thing could be something good that we are scared of. Because
true, but it just looks like a monster.
Yes, because accepting something that happened is really hard sometimes. And that's not something you want to, it's something you might avoid, and that could be the monster along the way.
Not gonna accept that. I mean,
it could actually be a good thing that we are scared of, especially if it's like what you said. It's like a
processing grief.
Not victor's guilt.
Survivor's guilt.
It's like survivor's guilt. You don't want to accept that things could be better, that things might get better, that there are...
It's not that you don't want to, it's that you're not able to.
I mean, yeah, but that kind of goes hand in hand. Some people also don't want to let go because then they feel guilty about moving on.
Yeah, but honestly, maybe this is an asshole thing to say, but somebody going through something like survivor's guilt, if you ask me, I think everybody wants to try to find some piece of happiness again in their life if they've gone through something like this. It's just that they don't feel they're capable of it. Like, we're arguing semantics, maybe we're meaning the same thing, but not wanting it and not being able to accept that there is a possibility that you could ever be happy again, to me are two different things.
I think in this situation it can definitely be the same thing.
Like, some people are just broken by grief and they never recover, and I find that so sad. I understand it completely, but I wish that they could, because there is still something to life, even if it doesn't seem like it, even if it seems impossible. One day left. Saw that myself, grief is bad, yeah?
Grief can eat a person up.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous thing to leave alone. It's so important to process.
I really hope we're gonna get some answers about, probably downstairs, what the parents did.
Hero even cleaned up everything already.
It's Hero.
I mean...
Once again, one of my favorite characters. Good morning, Sunny. Rise and shine. I noticed the to-do list with the chores your mom gave you, so I finished them all.
Yeah, the list is gone.
Hope you don't mind. Also, I made you breakfast. Come down and get some while it's still warm. Cal's already on his second plate.
Hero, best character.
Everybody deserves a hero in their life.
Yeah.
Everybody. You have a new message.
Hey Sunny, it's Mommy. Tomorrow is the big day. The movers will be here first thing tomorrow morning. I gave them the keys, so don't freak out if you see them. Remember to finish organizing your things today. I'll be picking you up in my car out front. Just come outside when you're ready. That's it for now. Mommy loves you. Bye, honey.
The music is kind of hopeful, actually. I'm waiting for it to just flip and become distorted and messy.
I feel like it's because Hero went through all rooms, did our chores, cleaned up. Actually.
Here I'm hoping it's because Sunny is getting better, for lack of better terms. He's a hero of everything, yes he is. Good morning, Sunny, rise and shine. Top of the morning, Sunny. You better start eating before I finish it all. I already ate most of the bacon, right? Peak Tifa moment. Have a plate of bacon coming in hot. Oh boy, all for me. Thanks a bunch, bro. Who could that be? I'll get the door.
Quick, eat the bacon.
I'm hoping it's Aubrey or Basil. It's Aubrey.
Basil.
Pwah, it's you! Aubrey.
Ew! What is all this? What the heck, Kel?
He spit all of his bacon and eggs all over her. An unfinished plate of breakfast. Dishes are squeaky clean.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's not...
Oh no, that's Aubrey's gang friend.
Was that Kelly?
I forgot her name. Huh? What's going on over here? Dang it, Carl! How did I do her voice?
I don't remember. It's been too long since we've seen Kim.
I know
Kim,
I was doing
that's
Kim's
what-
voice.
that was it. Also, did Kel drop egg over her?
Yeah, apparently. Kim deserves it, to be honest.
I
I'm willing
remember she
to
was a bit harsh. Yeah.
bet there is still a reason for her to be the way she is. I mean, she was probably looking up to Aubrey, and then Aubrey became the way she is, and then like she wants to be like her friend. So she kind of follows her.
Doesn't matter though, Kim is still being a bitch.
Dang it, Cal! Now I have eggs all over me. How did I do her voice?
I'm guessing Kim is worried about Aubrey.
Yeah.
Collected her guts together or whatever to come
Coming
ask
to her
us
old
for
friends,
help.
yeah, to get help.
Because we also still need to like close up the Aubrey part.
If there is an ending to all of these like story beats, I would hope so. But least favorite character personality-wise, same.
I don't really think much of Kim, really. She's too small of a character to...
Wow, that's sizes.
I don't know, she's just like, meh,
She only ever shows up
Bitch.
when things are about to go wrong. So.
ignore her.
Well, I'm sorry, but you're the last person I'd expect to see here. What are you doing here anyway? I was just about to get to that. It's Aubrey. She's not answering her door, or her back door, or the rocks she's been throwing at her window. She was really upset yesterday. I know this is your fault somehow. Tell me what you did to her. You didn't do anything. She's the one with a problem. Hold on, Cal. If Aubrey's that upset, we should at least try to do something to help. This is Aubrey we're talking about. We've all known each other since we were kids. You weren't there when she pushed Basil into the lake. I told you. She's different now. We shouldn't bother with people like her. It's true that she's changed, but it doesn't change the fact that I still care about her. And even if she doesn't show it, I'm sure Aubrey still cares about me too. That's just the kind of person she is. I don't know about that. Today is our last chance to do this before Sunny leaves. There's no way I can just let it end like this. We should at least try to talk to her. Killing, stupid voice of reason. Well, me and Sunny can tag along, but you're gonna have to be the one doing the talking. She listens to you the most. Thanks, Cal. Hey, Kim. Thanks for asking us for help. You're a good friend. Huh? Sure, whatever. Me on a Monday morning. Why don't you head out first? We'll meet you there.
Me every morning.
Okay then. See ya. At least get the food off of her face.
Are we gonna finish eating the bacon first?
Yo, Sonny. Thanks for letting us sleep over last night. And for spending your last few days with me. You're a real friend. High five! Do it. Do you want to high five Cal? Yes.
Maybe this is another impact of the ending.
It's a snack on the way, just grab something from your hair. Yeah. That's disgusting. I mean, don't get me wrong, better than to starve, but on my list of things...
Where was... Oh.
No. Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Where's the dog? Where's the dog?
He's not here.
Wow, I hope Hector is sleeping.
Inside.
Extra protein.
Was she in the
That's
creepy
disgusting.
religious house?
Yeah, she was.
Oh no, she's not. Okay.
In the run-down one. I
That
think
was
up and left.
down, no? Oh, up.
Up or down and left?
Okay. Down.
Okay, down. You didn't even look left and right. Yeah, there we
go.
A big bag of trash. Go through the window. We cannot go through the window. The door?
No. No, yeah.
Just ignore the weird kids out there. We have plot armor, we can't lose to a car. I hope we have plot armor.
It's indestructible.
Hello? Is anyone there? Come to think of it, have we ever been inside Aubrey's house before? I don't think so. She always comes over to play with us. I don't remember hanging out at her house at all. Hello, Aubrey. Is anyone home? Hello! Oh, it looks like the door was open. Let's go inside. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Yeah, trash is strewn across the floor.
Can I...
A wardrobe.
Guessing attic, but let's try here first.
A mirror. Toilet.
Wow, no ramen?
Not in this place.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
bunny.
thank God she's alive. Honestly, if we now had gone into the attic and then there's like this like jump scare shocker moment where we saw her either laying on the floor motionless or her dangling on a noose from the roof, I
don't think the
would've-
game will go that far.
I don't know.
This is where the bunnies come from.
Bunnies are adorable.
And she has the missing pictures.
Oh yeah. You gently open the door. Yeah. Hey, Aubrey, how are you feeling?
What the heck are you guys doing here? Get the hell out of my room!
We're sorry for intruding. It'll only take a bit.
So did I go too loud?
No.
Okay.
The microphones are set up so that you cannot go too loud.
Yeah, but I thought you said last time it turns into like a distortion if I go too loud.
No, you were louder than.
Oh, okay.
We just wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm fine.
I've been hearing some things, but I just want to hear it from you. Can you tell me what happened yesterday?
Nothing happened.
You pushed Basil into the lake. You know he can't swim.
I didn't mean to do that. I just meant to push him away.
He could have drowned.
I said it was an accident. Look, I'm sorry, okay? You're the one that keeps showing up and acting like you're better than everyone.
Well, you're the one going around bullying Basil and stealing his stuff.
Stop talking like you know anything about that. I keep telling you that it's none of your business.
But it is my business. You and Basil, and everyone here, you are my best friends. Alright. I see the problem here. This is just your typical Cal and Aubrey fight. Just make up, you two. You've done it so many times before. Yeah, I think at the core it's that, but amplified times a trillion. I feel like 4 years of trauma and going very different ways have... You know, what starts as a small crack suddenly becomes...
Big crack.
Like tectonic plates moving away from each other.
It's not always as easy to just jump back into old rules.
Yeah, patching up a friendship after 4 years is usually harder than after like a week. Cal wasn't exactly subtle either.
Has he ever been though?
Yeah, no. I mean, Cal is always the like straightforward, speaks his mind, doesn't have a filter kind of person. But at the same time, when I'm guessing like Aubrey, all you want is somebody who can show you an ounce of empathy. You probably won't find it from Cal. Not because he doesn't want to, just because he...
Well, Cal also hasn't realized what she has been going through.
Yeah.
And I don't think even after walking through this house, they still don't realize what is happening in this house. Because this is neglect.
Yeah. I feel really bad for Aubrey. It's...
Besides all the other shit around it. This is child neglection.
Just because you give your kid a roof over their head doesn't mean you're being a parent. It could be worse. They could be homeless. But it's a far cry from what I would consider a healthy or loving relationship.
You can be poor and still love your child. You can not have trash around. I'm quite sure we've already got hints of her parents being abusive. Because the way that living room and stuff look like is not your average, hey, we're such a poor but loving family kind of
At the very
situation.
least, the parents, or at least the mother, we didn't see the dad,
Might not be in the picture.
also have demons to fight with. Like, of their own. But hey, these are the missing photos of Marie.
They're all I have left of her.
But you know, it's still not right of you to take them from Basil. These photos belong to him.
Well, it's no use now. Even if we have these photos, I already threw the rest away. They may be long gone by now.
That's not true, Aubrey. Sonny has them right here.
What? He does? But how?
We are raccoons who ran for your trash. I mean, we can do.
I could have sworn I threw them away in the trash. Unless you and Sonny?
So she really didn't see us. She was so like in her own mind that she...
It's like in the action movies where you hide behind the ladder or something, or you're sneaking like half a meter behind someone and they don't see.
Yeah, but that's like realistic in a way, because there are moments in your life where you're so focused on the thing you're doing, you don't see anything else.
I mean, yes, but I think here it was more of a game thing. You really dug through my trash for this thing? That's kind of gross.
Aubrey, let's put Marie's photos back in the photo album. All these photos, they belong together in one place. Here I took the photo album from you. Come on, guys. We should do this together.
kind of sweet. Was this all in order back then?
Nope, we need to read the description first.
You had to do that on the keyboard.
Gimme. How do we...
Last time you did it with the keys.
No, this is just this, but how do we get to read the...
Place, return.
Okay. Black frames will show you... Oh, alright, so the game lets us know we don't need...
Oh,
Thank you.
that's what it was.
Thank you. Can't read text before... Okay.
Okay. Well, we don't need to read the text. We've already gone through it like 3 times by now.
I would have liked to read the text now, one last time with the pictures, because, you know, it's kind of a moment. But... You know, maybe with the pictures the story makes even more sense.
Yeah, but we've already gone through all of these in the beginning, when it was complete.
Do you know how long ago that was?
And then again
Also, there were less pictures in there back then.
Not really.
Yeah, there were.
I'm quite sure there wasn't. I don't need to go through the whole thingy again.
I do.
Another difference between us. I've already seen this months ago.
You can check in the menu anytime. Thank you for the heads up. Alright, that page is done.
Beginning, I guess.
I thought I was at the beginning. There we go.
Not beginning enough. At the end.
Probably. Oh wait, even... Yeah, alright. I was thinking, do I need to move the cursor so that I see if I'm accidentally already on the right spot? Maybe that's why I didn't see it when I was first flipping through this. Because the frame disappears for a moment when you go over the right one. Like... Excuse me? There we go. Okay, nothing on the left. So many pictures. Oh.
One back. Yeah. I think this one's from the beginning. It's one of the earlier pictures.
Do some people actually remember all of the story to the point where they just know where it goes without the frame blinking? If so, impressive.
I mean, there's a little bit of an order to them.
And the last one. Do you want to look for a photo album? Yes. I want to at least check once with Marie. Wait. Another group photo. This was a little after I opened all my presents. Marie brought me this photo album and everyone else brought me film for my camera. I'll try my best to use it all. Oh wait, this is you because this is Basil. What was the last one again? Also, I want to see the one where they're playing music together. What happened
to... The piano was towards the end.
There is still a missing one.
There. After some begging, Sunny came to join Marie for recital practice. They're still working out some stuff, but they already sound so amazing. I know they're going to be great. Go, Marie. Go, Sunny. You can do it. Marie practicing her part for a big recital next month. We're all going to watch. It's going to be Marie and Sunny's first performance together, but I know they'll do just fine. We will all be showing our support from the audience.
Do you think she did it because of pressure?
I wouldn't doubt it. Marie getting a little camera shy because she's made a small mistake. Don't worry, Marie. Just keep going. No one will even notice. But hard to say. We know too little of Marie.
Yeah. You done looking at the photo album? Yeah. There. Now everything is back where it should be. It looks like one photo is still missing, but at least the rest of them are back together. Now, doesn't that feel better? We really did have a lot of fun together, huh?
Yeah, I guess we really did. I'm sorry, guys. I've been acting like such a jerk.
I'm sorry too, Aubrey. I really haven't been treating you so great either. Alright, apologies accepted. Now we can all be friends again. Who wants a hug? Come on, here or not now. You're so embarrassing.
I'm good, thanks.
Somewhere between crying and angry at the insinuation, but also happy. All we need to do now is check up on Basil. I hope he's feeling better today. Aubrey, knowing everything I heard from Cal, I'm sure you know you need to apologize to him.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, Aubrey. It's good to have you back. Now, let's get you out of his house.
Okay. That was fun. That was kinda easy.
Aubrey's bad.
Oh, that's Kim.
I'm guessing, like I said, after all that has happened, Kim was like her only remaining friend in a way. Side table is being used to cover up a hole in the wall. I need to leave this place because this is not good for my psyche. Yeah, let's leave. Yo, Aubrey, are you okay?
Hey Kim, I'm good. Thanks for bringing everyone here.
Hey guys! Aubrey is here! Which one was Vance? The older kid, right?
I have no clue anymore. Yo Aubrey, are you feeling any better? We even saved a taffy for you. This one was you.
How did I do the math? Oh my god.
You just do
These
something.
characters get too little screen time for that. What happened here? Your face is all red. Do you need me to teach someone a lesson?
Don't worry about me, guys. Sorry for ignoring you all earlier.
Who was it, Angel?
This one.
Yeah, but was it you or me?
I think that's you.
Yeah, it's no biggie. We're just glad you're alright. Right, Charlie?
That was Charlie. Yeah.
Aubrey, let's go hang out at the park. I want to show you some cool new moves I came up with. I was up practicing all night.
That sounds fun, but maybe later. I have some things to take care of first. We'll hang out tomorrow, I promise.
No, okay. We'll see you later then. Aubrey, don't keep us waiting too long.
You know I won't, Kim. I'll be back before you know it.
Angry face. Yeah, she can't exactly do like a 180 in front of her friends. I probably wouldn't even recognize her. Before we go in, time for a short break.
In that case.
Basil RB. BR Basil? BR Basil.
I'll take it. We're back. Lale,
We are.
welcome in. How are you doing? And thank
Also
you
really
everyone
good
for
timing.
getting her up to speed.
Yes, really good timing. The moment we're on a go break, we go on a break, you appear.
How are you doing?
Happy Wednesday.
You ready to go to Basil?
Yep. Hey Polly, how's Basil doing? We were wondering if we could hang out with him today. Not at all.
Oh, hello everyone.
That doesn't count, dude.
Oh, hello everyone. I'm afraid Basil isn't home right now. He's in the hospital.
What? What happened?
Oh, my apologies. Let me clarify. Basil is in the hospital visiting his grandma. She was rushed to intensive care yesterday evening.
Oh no, I'm really sorry to hear that. Do you know when he'll be back?
I'm not exactly sure. Maybe sometime in the afternoon. Sorry.
Would you mind if we check back here later? We're really all worried about him.
I don't mind at all. Please come by to visit. I think Basil would appreciate having some friends over.
Jack died a little inside. Yes, because I think... in a moment.
I'm happy to know that Basil has friends that care so much about him.
No, it's nothing. Friends are supposed to be there for each other. Right, Aubrey?
Yeah, sure.
Anyways, we'll be back later. See you, Polly.
Okay, see you.
Well, I guess we have to wait until he gets back. Is there anything you guys want to do until then?
I'm okay just hanging out and doing whatever.
Then I vote somewhere indoors. It's way too hot today. Sure, maybe we can hang out at our house a little. And then later, when it cools down, we can all go see the treehouse. Oh yeah, we should do that. Especially since Aubrey is with us now too.
Our old treehouse, huh? I haven't been there in so long.
Yeah, we haven't yet either. We wanted to go see it yesterday, but it was too dark outside. How about you, Sonny? What did you want to do today? It's your last day, so you should call the shots. Yeah, you should decide how you want to spend your last day in faraway town. Lead the way, Sonny.
Do we know where Sunny's going, by the way? Far away?
Further away? I don't know. Nearer town? Okay, so I was thinking during the break, this all seems too easy of an ending. Besides, there hasn't been an ending to the OMORI part of the story yet.
Well, I think we still have a little... Oh, it's Mew!
Follow Mew.
We still have a bit ahead of us. Where did Mew go?
Home?
Where is home?
It's Sunny's cat. One more.
Was that our cat?
Yes. Let's go to the treehouse. It looks like the sun is about to set. Did you want to go see the treehouse now, Sunny?
No, didn't we want to wait until after Basil?
No, that is now, and then we wait and we do that until Basil.
Oh,
no, but I was thinking.
I thought we wanted to wait at their house, as in Hero and Kels.
No.
Okay.
Sunny or Mori hasn't gotten the end of his storyline yet. The whole facing your fears and learning the truth about what happened to Marie.
None of them really got an end to their storyline.
Yes, like them now being friendlier with each other again. That's nice, and that would be sweet if it ended here, but I think there is still all the stuff that we didn't learn yet that needs to happen. And I'm thinking,
we're not at the end.
Because the moment we went to Basil's house, I was thinking, okay, Basil is in the hospital, so Basil is dying. And that would trigger Sunny into having to actually process dealing with the death of Marie, because now he's forced to because of Basil. But then they went for the grandma. And I'm guessing it's still the same idea, that the thing that now hopefully makes Sunny deal with all of this is having his friend lose his grandmother.
Well, that could be. There's gonna be a trigger that has to start it all again.
That's what I'm thinking.
Wow. I guess you really are moving away, huh, Sunny? When I see this empty house, it all feels so sudden. But for you, moving away must have been a long time coming. I hope you can find some peace out there. Or, you know, some happiness.
Aubrey knows what's up. There have been a lot of things that were unsaid these past few years. And painful memories that we kept to ourselves. But even through all that, I'm relieved that we were still able to become friends again. I'm happy that we're all here, so that we can face this together. It's okay, hero. I'll go first.
Hey, Sunny. When you move away, do you think it'd be too much trouble if you could...
Aubrey! Sunny! Are you guys coming?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing.
You could have still said it, Aubrey.
Yeah, but the moment is broken.
Yeah, and when you don't have the courage to finish saying it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, been there, done that.
This is something that needs to go in one thought.
Yep.
No interruption.
So yeah. It's like in that scene we saw in the headspace.
The first thing I was thinking though, like that's a small tree to have put a treehouse in.
Because the dad chopped it down after she killed herself.
Yeah, but even then, like the tree stump, that's not a big base.
Well, yeah. This is where Marie... Yeah, it is.
It feels like forever ago, but I can still remember that day perfectly.
That day was really busy. In the morning I went out with Mom to buy some nice clothes and shoes. We spent all day shopping and didn't get home until the afternoon. I remember that day too. I went out to get a haircut with Dad. Oh yeah, you were there with your dad too, Aubrey. You were preparing for something, weren't we?
Yeah, we were. We were going to watch Marie and Sunny's music recital. It was supposed to be that night, but when we came home in the evening...
Even after all this time, I still don't understand why she would do it.
I don't think any of us ever will.
Hey, guys. Let's keep going.
Oh, this was probably not the treehouse.
Yes, it was.
There's the treehouse.
Oh.
I do like how it's just on top of the bush.
Okay.
Hero.
Alright.
Hero is still my favorite character.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh, there's our last picture.
Oh, yeah. Wow, this place has seen better days. But it looks like everything is where we left it.
There's even a toaster in there.
All our old stuff is still here. Hey, look, here's our playing cards. I was the best at card games, wasn't I, guys?
Mr. Plant Egg. Oh, you're so dirty.
Look at all of these old books. So this is where all my cookbooks went. I just think I stepped on a jack. Oh man, such good times. Why did we have a toaster in here? I think now you can move freely.
Alright. Hero's Tifa's fave. Who's Jack's fave and Chat's favorite?
Hero.
Okay, so we have some heroes, we have some Maries. I also like Aubrey, honestly.
I can't think of a single character I don't like in this game.
I mean, that is true. Cal is also kind of adorable.
In a sea of 9s and 9.5s and 10s, Hero is a 10.1.
I mean, yeah, except Kim. Fuck Kim.
I
thought it was really, like, I fully agree. Like, there's no excuse to be a bully and be an ass. I don't care what you're going to say.
Not to being a bully. I think, listen, I'm pretty sure I can spin a tale that makes you not hate Kim. I don't know if we're gonna learn this in the game still about Kim. What if Kim always wanted to be friends with Aubrey? Because, I don't know, she liked her. But she was always friends with the other 3 kids and Kim never liked those. But she always liked Aubrey. And now, Marie dies the friend group like breaks up because of this, and then Aubrey is all by herself, and now Kim becomes her friend, and Kim just models herself after how Aubrey is becoming. So Kim potentially never was a bully and all of these things, but she's been so much wanting to be Aubrey's friend that she also became like Aubrey.
No excuse.
I'm not saying it excuses why she is a bully and all that, but I'm saying I would understand this. She's a yes man, basically.
Understanding, maybe. But that's kind of where it ends.
Not yes man, not kind of in that direction, but her wanting to be a friend to Aubrey is stronger than the not being a bully.
I think they were already like a bad crowd, as they call it, and Aubrey just fell into them.
We've never met them as kids. The only thing we know about them is the characters and headspace we imagine are based on them.
Yeah, and we also don't know your side of the truth.
I know, I said mine is fictional.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I think. We don't know. But still, there's
until the game tells us we don't know for sure.
Excuse to be a bully.
Yes.
Can I agree with reasons why you might be an asshole? Yes. Does that mean you should? No. You still have a choice not to make someone's life miserable, and you decided to do it anyway. Elsa Shrift, welcome back. How are you doing?
Welcome back. I don't think not everybody decides to be a bully.
Being a bully is definitely a decision.
No.
You can choose not to be an asshole to others. I have no mercy in this topic. None.
Having been bullied in school and later on having been kind of a bully to one or two kids, I did not choose to be that way. But when I was acting like an asshole to these kids, the other kids whose attention I wanted, I got. In my mind, it was never a choice to make them suffer. It was always about me wanting to have friends.
Yeah, and
it's not good. I'm not excusing it. That I was little. I regret that. If I could go back and make myself do something else, I definitely would. But I had to learn that later.
Yeah, but still, it was your decision to try to get friends by making others miserable.
No. I saw that worked.
Yes, so you decided to go that way and do that.
No. In my head, there's a distinction here. It's the same outcome, and the outcome sucks. I'm there with you. But if I go out into the wilderness and there's a deer and I kill the deer, and when I eat the deer, did I kill the deer because I wanted to kill another living thing? Or did I do it because I wanted to eat something? Same outcome, different reason. And I did not consider that.
Also, what was your age? I'll take age into consideration. If it's like 16, then absolutely no.
Like...
Massive dick move.
Wait,
you're old enough.
I actually need to think about this. Wait. Classes back then were split up when I was...
I don't think that's what he's saying, Tifa. Kids don't think clearly as
like
we do as
10,
adults. I fully
10-ish.
agree with that.
10ish.
Okay, 10-ish, that's like grade school.
Honestly, I see what you mean, and I wish that there was somehow a day where everybody has reached like an amount of experience in their lives where they come to this conclusion. But in my experience, that's not the case.
I'm more talking about high school, college levels, I guess.
Jack was looking for validation without thinking about consequence. Yeah, basically that. It's like, I don't know. I I can speak from stories I've read in books and stuff, like why some people start doing drugs and then they keep doing them outside of a physical addiction thing. That's also a part of it. But there's this really like famous book in Germany, Die Kinder vom Bahnhof Zoo. The children of the train station zoo. There is, or was, a train station in Berlin, the capital, at the zoo, which for years, decades I think, was like a hotspot for prostitution, underage prostitution, and drugs. And Christiane F., the woman who wrote the book, writes about how she became a drug addict. Yeah.
Because I know another book from her.
I don't know if she wrote another one. I read that when I was way too young because I didn't have good parenting. That's a different story. So I read that story when I was a kid. And she makes it clear that when she first did hard drugs, or even when she started doing softer drugs like weed, it, like, in her mind it was never, I'm going to become an addict. I'll become a junkie. I will spend all of my life for the next couple of years trying to rob people and steal things and try to sell them for a little money to try to get another fix.
I thought there was a button there before.
No.
And you're like, I didn't want to become an addict, but I wanted to be a junkie. Yeah, but I thought you put a button there.
She never considered, up until it was too late, the consequences. It was like, my life is shitty. I want to not feel like shit. My friends are doing weed, I'll smoke with them. My friends are taking LSD, I'll take it with them.
Peer pressure.
Friends are doing... No, not peer pressure. I'm in a shitty place in my life and I see other people and they give me the impression that they're happier. So I'm copying what they are doing. Because I see you being happy, that means if I do what you do, I must be happy too, right? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Not always, unless we're talking about healthy habits, like sleeping enough and exercising a little bit and eating healthy. That works for everybody, except for Tifa, she hates exercise. But you catch my drift. Kids don't know better. Yes, but the problem in my experience is the part where we know better as humans, that doesn't always happen at the same age. Some people learn that really young. Some people don't until they're way older. And when a situation happens, like somebody being a tremendous asshole and bullying people all through high school, and maybe not up until like their 20s or 30s, sitting on their fucking porch and thinking back, you know, I mean, I really peaked in high school. I was like the star, you know, the cliche, I'm a star quarterback, I had so many friends. And then realizing, wait a minute. My high school experience wasn't just like, haha, funny times with my friends. My high school time was, haha, us being absolute pieces of trash to another human being. Holy shit, what did I do wrong? That
like
realization...
There's plenty of people that don't realize, unless maybe someone pushes them on the facts or something happens to them.
That.
There are very little people that go like, oh, I was such a shit person back then, I should go find this person and apologize or something.
Some people never reflect on that because
we were just kids, I didn't know better, it's fine, it was nothing.
See, this is where I understand your frustration with this, where I also disagree with people saying, oh, it's fine, right, we were kids. No, it was never fine. Just because you realize now, way after me, who was on the receiving end, doesn't change what I went through. It doesn't mean I probably still don't sometimes flinch when I watch a movie or something and people get dunked with their heads in the toilet because you made me go through this. That's not what I went through, but I know some people did. It's a thing, otherwise it wouldn't be in movies and shows. But some people never reflect. Some people just never do. And some people never reflect on these things until way after. And because you said, like, when you're in high school, you should know better. Yes, you should. I fully agree. I wish that there was like this curriculum of this unspoken understanding that at a certain age, or very early preferably, you have loving parents that show you that dopamine kick in your brain when you're being a dick to another person and everybody laughs, that's not good. That's just not what you should be doing. This is not healthy. This isn't good for you. This isn't good for the other person. Like, but it doesn't happen. I wish it did. If any of you have children, please teach them at an early age, whenever you, like, as early as you find it deemable, like as early as you believe your kid will understand, to explain to them that they need to put themselves into the other person's position.
I mean,
that would have helped me.
I don't think that is just a key thing. Loving parents is unfortunately way less common than it should be.
Yes.
I mean, that too, but that should not be the key factor. If there is one thing I really dislike, it's the, oh, I got beaten up by my parents, so that's why I turned into this asshole. To me, that is no reason.
Tifa.
And I'm speaking a bit harsher. I had a really shitty past myself, and I had to grow up. Even though you might not. You might not think that from how I am sometimes. But I had to grow up really fast. And I also didn't go like, hey, I'm gonna beat all of these people up. I'm gonna steal all of these people blind. I'm gonna do all of this. So I speak very rough from my own experiences in that regard. But I really hate the, oh, I had a shitty past, that's why I did this kind of way. Like that triggers me.
I understand it, and like,
so I have a hard time sometimes seeing the other side that Jack is trying to explain.
Yeah, and I actually have another point for you.
Like, I can see it, but I also don't see it.
Do you remember me 10 years ago?
Yes, and you were an absolute douchebag.
Yes, I was.
I mean that with
yes.
100%. He was such a douchebag. And honestly, I'm not sure how we even stayed together through that time. But regardless.
I can be adorable. I do have redeeming qualities. I also didn't have the nicest childhood for multiple reasons. I had shelter, I had a roof, I had parents who, I mean, they had a kid together, they were not parenting. So after a certain point in my life, when I was like 16, 17, in my mind, the world owed me. Everybody. Every single person I met. I looked down on every single one of you. You were all trash. I never met any of you, but you were trash. Because I had some real shitty things happen to me. Therefore, I should be treated like fucking royalty. You know, you have to make up for the fact that bad stuff has happened to me. And I showed that in how I carried myself and how I acted. And it was actually not until I met Tifa that, like, she opened up to me about the stuff she's been through. And I sat there and I cried because it affected me. And I realized, you know what? Other people have shit happening in their life too.
It's not a competition.
And it's not a competition. No, it's not a competition. But when I realized that, okay, shit happened to me, okay, that's a fact, can't change that. But if this horrible stuff can also happen to somebody I care about, that also sucks, and I feel for you. And suddenly I was very empathetic for Tifa, because I understood the situation. And then, only then, I was 21 years old. It clicked in my brain. It clicked. And I realized, wait, other people are also other people.
I think with you back then, I just went through the, oh, I can save him face that I sometimes laugh about with these prison
And you did.
Now that I think about it. It's the only reason I can imagine how we even stayed together.
Yeah, you might think I'm joking when I say, like, Tifa made me the person I am today. That's not supposed to be funny or like kinky or whatever. I mean that. I fully mean that.
How sweet.
Yes. And I'll keep telling you, you took me out of a hole.
Aww.
and I'm crying.
You always make me cry.
But like, I was 21 fucking years old when I realized that other humans are other humans. So, do I feel you? Yes, I do. But I couldn't, and therefore I don't blame other people for not having come to that conclusion themselves yet. And now you can see me cry on stream for the first time.
I kind of also blame you for being an ass. I still do.
Yes, they were all my actions, and I own that. I can't excuse them. I can explain them. I can't excuse them.
I think it worked for you too, because Jack wanted to change for the better. You also have to want it, yes.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, the drive to stand above others in the social hierarchy is ancient and deeply embedded in our DNA.
I hate that.
Unfortunately, you have a very big point there. Overcoming this requires guidance from adults. I'm a naturalist in that regard. I'm not sure if adults are necessarily the key. I mean, it can just also be a very good friend that sometimes is the trigger. Like, you can have the best...
Or your own epiphany.
Right. Like, you can have the best parents ever, and sometimes they still go down a path of destruction because there's this one person that just influenced them a little bit too much that might not even have been an adult.
Speaking from my experience, even parents that care and try their hardest, they can't influence their children fully. My grandparents tried with my mother, it didn't work. It did not work. Like, I know my grandparents all my life. They're still around. I'm lucky in that regard. And are they perfect people? Oh, hell no. No, not by a long shot. Nobody is. But
they did love their daughter.
Yes, but that doesn't change how she turned out. Because I'm pretty sure the stuff that my grandparents tried to teach her when she was a kid and throughout her life, that does not align with the things she decided to do. Now again, are there reasons why it turned out this way? Yeah, probably. But you can try your best to show somebody how you believe things should be done, how you believe life becomes a better place, a happier place for everybody. Ultimately, this is true for everybody, I believe, the person themselves decides their own actions. It helps if you have like a support like parents, friends, but that's not always everything that is necessary.
Don't get when people treat others bad because their families did. Like, you didn't like being treated like that. Why treat others like that? Break the cycle. I fully agree with that.
Because you learn it that way. That's actually one of my... I
guess you don't know how to change that way, but...
I was sitting in the passenger seat next to my dad. My dad was pulling the car out of a parking lot and down the street. I was 16 or something. We drive down the street, and at the corner there's a guy with a motorbike. And the motorbike was standing there. He was like trying to drive somewhere, and in the process of getting ready, the bike fell over, damaged. But he was trying to like lift it back up. It was like a big machine. It was a heavy, right? And he was struggling to do this. My dad stops at the end of the street. We are next to him. What do you think he did? Do you think he stopped the car, got out and helped the guy? No.
Your dad, he absolutely did not.
No. He rolled down my window and yelled over at the guy, "Looks pretty heavy, sucks for you, doesn't it?" and drove off. All my life, I was shown that the people closest to me, my parents, I grew up very sheltered, showed me that it is normal to belittle other people at every possible chance and to derive humor from that, or what they called humor. And that this is funny and this is normal. Do I agree with you? Yes, it shouldn't be like this. But when you know nothing else, it's hard to accept that it can be different. Does that make sense?
A little, yeah.
Like, I grew up like this, and like every day, like, I've gotten better at not being like this, but it's still somewhere in the back of my head. So, like, when I see somebody like trip on the street, I know I should go over there and I should help them. But there is still somewhere in the back behind my spine, there is that voice from my childhood that goes, fuck, this guy fell. And I hate it. And I wish I could, I wish I could get rid of it. I don't. I can just do every day the thing that I believe now should be done. Go over there and help. See if they're okay. Offer to help at least. And not be like that piece of shit that I grew up with.
Well, you've gotten better at that. You've gotten better at that. You've been doing that. Let me rephrase myself.
Yes. But, you know, just because when at some point you catch yourself like, oh, now I'm doing the thing in hindsight I wish I always did. At least for me, I still think about that, and I hate myself sometimes for still having those thoughts. I don't act on them, but they're there. And I hate that they're there. I wish I was just a clean slate. But it doesn't work like that.
Unfortunately not. Also, Psycho, I think being scared to have kids is a good thing in my opinion. Because that is a life-changing decision. You're going through a lot of, especially with like your first kid. Everything will be thrown upside down. You want to do your best.
You're changing 3 lives at least. Yours, your partner's, and the kids.
Yes, exactly.
And that's a responsibility.
And I think being scared of that or feeling scared is a good thing.
Yes.
I'm not saying every one of you should be scared to have children and not do it because of that.
No, but everybody should be aware that there's a difference between having a child and being a parent.
Yes.
And if you want to be a parent, that takes a lot.
I feel like having a small doses of fear is healthy.
A sense of respect of the task. Yeah. Because it changes your life. Like, I mean, I have a lot of nephews. I know what I have to expect. I can barely take care of myself. Yes.
Same.
I know what you mean.
We also don't want to deal with that responsibility. Yeah. So we don't have children. Jack at first was like, oh, I want kids.
Maybe one day.
You can't even take care of yourself. I can't even take care of myself.
I'm doing better. I shower regularly.
It's like, we are not having children.
Yeah, no, I don't.
It took you a while to realize that.
Yeah, because, like, you know, at least when I grew up, I always felt like my life would be a certain way. And then at some point making the decision that now that just because I had this in my mind doesn't mean I should be doing this. That still needs to like settle in.
Something that gets ingrained in you. We call it huisje, boompje, beestje in Dutch. It means you get a house, you have a tree, a garden, you get an animal, you start a family, a pet. You get like the whole family picture, which is normal in society, and that's what you should aim for.
It's the same almost everywhere, no? At least in like Western cultures. Like, what does a man have to do in his life? He has to plant a tree, build a house, and father a child. You don't have to. You can do these things if you want to, but you don't have to.
I think there should be a few things everyone should be aware of when getting children. Like, are you financially stable? Because kids cost so much money. Like, you should. I believe you should have some kind of income. I'm not saying if you're poor, you're not allowed to get a kid, but you need to be able to take care of.
No, but you should be aware that taking care of another human being costs money and time,
unfortunately,
and energy. Yeah.
Yes, energy, time, all things you have to consider. Are you capable of taking care of something like that? Like, does your goldfish die every week because you forget about him? I mean, bad example, but it does say something about responsibility, if you ask me.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, all stuff like that.
Yeah. I had 2 friends I tried to save, and the only reason one of them is a better person is because he understood introspection and bettered himself. Yeah.
Because he wanted to as well.
It sounds so cliche, but you can take somebody by the arm and you can lead them all along the paths and you can lead them to the door and you can open the door for them. This person still needs to walk the steps. This person still needs to go through that door. And I've been there too. I had a pretty intense friendship when I was like 16, 17. This girl was like my sister at the time. Or became like a sister to me. And she got into a toxic relationship with some guy and that didn't end well, and she basically cut everyone out. It was that kind of cliche relationship, like, you only have me, nobody else.
happens too fast and too easy.
I could never forgive her. Like we eventually like talked about it, and I just realized I can't. I felt so betrayed. I just can't. If I were to meet her now, I would probably say hi and then just walk away because we're different people now, I would assume. But I just couldn't. And did I try to like save her? Yeah, I told her boyfriend is a piece of shit for doing these things. She didn't listen. She couldn't. She didn't want to. I don't know. I'm not in her head.
Well, at some point, there's only so much you can do, especially when you are at a younger age.
Yeah, my other friend, no matter what I tried to say to her, I would try to help her. She wouldn't listen. I had to cut her out of my life because she was only dragging me down with her.
And that is also a really brave decision. Like,
yes,
you can't keep, I'm gonna say, toxic people around you, but at some point, you have to think of yourself.
Shrift, I'm proud of you for doing that. It's not an easy decision.
Not an easy decision at all. Like some people, it's better if they're not around you.
I think there's a saying, you are the company you keep. I found in my life that, at least for me, that is true. When I surrounded myself with cynical, toxic pieces of shit, I became that. I mean, that's kind of my parents, so I was used to it. But you get the idea, right? If that's all you know, if that's all you surround yourself with, or even just in parts, that becomes part of you. And the moment I feel like you realize it shouldn't be like this, but the moment you normalize it for yourself, like, oh no, I still like her. It's like, it's a fully fair decision to go, you know what, you're not good for me. I love you as a friend, I love you as a person, I would love to do all of these things with you, but everything we do ultimately leads to me not being in a good place. And then it's time to cut loose. Even though it feels impossible sometimes. Yeah.
Also, I have to say this, but I have 4 siblings, my poor parents. I mean, we're all fine, but still, hey, they raised an honest psycho. I don't know about your siblings, but at least you turned out to be an honest one. I mean, you can't say that about a lot of psychos nowadays, so...
I don't know too much about you, or how you grew up, or anything else in your life, but I can tell you that from what I've seen, I like you as a person. And if you want to, you can thank your parents for that. Maybe it was some other things, but I like you. There you go. My siblings all grew up normally, all things considered. There is no thing such as normal. I think there's always the things like we see on like TV and we think we hear from friends. That's like, I don't know, like a turkey dinner on Thanksgiving.
Normal is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yeah.
Can you say that there too? Probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as you don't say Lou and Behold anymore.
I'll keep saying that. My friend went down the exact same route. Toxic relationship, fucked her up so much, no matter how much I tried to get her to help, didn't really change. Blocked her out is because she faked her own death and I knew nothing I could possibly do would help. Okay, that is a bit much.
That, on any scale, is more than any person should have to deal with.
That's like...
At the very least, like if you ask me, like I believe on like objective basis. Not even the like, oh, we're friends, I knew you all my life, we're like siblings, all of that
stuff.
It's
like you need therapy and I cannot help you with this.
Even worse, I need therapy.
Well, after that, probably yes, but...
Yeah, like how like you yourself need to cope with this too. Like, I hope one day she'll realize that about herself and get there. Yes, but sometimes that's all
it's
we
all
can
you
do
can
in
hope
life.
for.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, that basically sums it up.
Yeah. Definitely.
So, now that we dried all of our tears...
Well, the ones for now where it's not done with again.
I was gonna say, you're ready to start again crying in OMORI?
Let's see. Plans made from paper. Aubrey and Basil made these together. That's really
Those
cute.
plans look...
better than our actual house plans were.
Yes, if we had any, because we cannot keep plants alive. Another reason not to have babies, because, bad joke. Just because you don't have green thumbs doesn't mean you can't keep a baby alive.
You can't keep plants alive, but you take really good care of animals.
I keep animals alive.
And me. Like, I'm the only, like, human, like, data point in your skill chart we have. I'm thriving. So I can tell you, you are not as bad at taking care of another human being as you think you are. But I still understand the choice.
You wouldn't be able to function a month without me.
That's a different issue.
You know it. Regardless.
Different story altogether.
I was gonna say that plant looks better than some of the fake plants we have in this house. Like, I thought that was a real dried out plant.
Yeah. True fact, every single plant in our apartment is fake. There's actually a tree right there.
We have tried so often to keep plants alive. I've even had a cactus. I've had, those typical student plants.
Easy to take care of plants.
Yeah, the ones like, oh, you water them once a week and they'll be fine again. Nope.
Not with us.
Not one bit.
Not with us.
Hey.
An old TV. Carl brought it up here, but was pretty bummed when he found out he couldn't use it. Yeah, there's no power cables here.
Well, yeah, the toaster works.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, worked. I don't know if it still does.
A yo-yo.
Oh, it started raining. Nice.
You only knew how to walk the dog. That's really cute, actually.
Oh.
Cal's old shoes.
That's a yo-yo trick.
Yeah, I know.
Walking the dog.
I think I used to be able to do that. Did you all, like, complete segue from where we've been in this conversation, but did you all also go through, like, a yo-yo phase?
Where is our yo-yo? We had one here for the longest time.
Yeah, but that one was broken.
Is it?
Yeah. I unpacked it the other day, actually. I found it, but it's broken.
Oh, okay.
I love you guys, and yay live chats, but yay OMORI. Yes.
More OMORI.
I'm a 90s kid, so yeah. Do you still have a yo-yo?
Yeah, we can sometimes get sidetracked for a long time.
You forgot his stuff at your house frequently.
I still remember once taking like 90 minutes during a game to talk about IKEA furniture.
Danganronpa 1.
That was
near the end.
Yeah.
We started talking about... There was a nice looking chair on the screen, and then we discussed Swedish furniture chains.
Yeah, we've also once had like a whole hour about Swaffelen.
Let's not go into that again.
Like we
That's a short topic.
I'm just saying we like to get sidetracked.
Yeah, that's what we're all about.
And we can go on for a long time.
I had a yo-yo, then lost it.
Aww. I had like one of those super flashy yo-yos that if you like spun it out, it started to light up.
Like a pro gamer yo-yo.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you want to get one again?
No.
Why not? We can yo-yo together.
Yeah, but I had a yo-yo like 2 years ago. Now that I mention it, was the last time I saw it. And then I tried it a bit again.
For Christmas, don't tell her.
Yeah, then I tried it a bit again and then I was like...
Meh. I've moved on.
I suck at it now.
A baseball bat. Marie used to play softball but quit when she injured her knee.
I could only get it up like once again.
That's what she said. A calendar. The date of recital has passed. Are you all ready? I think this is it.
Yeah. That's a really nice picture.
Don't forget it's in the toy box.
Have you seen a toy box?
You put the toy box key in your pocket.
Hey, look. Sunny found a photo of us.
Oh my god, did she leave a note behind?
We all look so happy.
Wasn't there a photo missing from the photo album? That must be it.
Toy box.
Hey, you're right, Cal. Take out your photo album, Sonny. We should add it in. You think it's a suicide note that she left behind?
Well, nothing says that that's Marie who wrote that.
And we completed Basil's memories.
Can we check the text with that picture?
In a moment, yeah.
There. Now the photo album is complete again.
You know, this is probably the last time that we'll all be together here in this treehouse. Now that the photo album is complete, we should look through it one last time. Good idea, Hero. The photo album is already out, so we might as well. Right, Sunny? Let's start from the beginning. Okay, we've looked at this stuff. Let's check that picture we missed.
It's the very last one, I believe.
Aren't all the Marie photos the best?
All of them are adorable. I never look like this in pictures. I go like...
This is, if you take a candid shot of my face when I'm not trying my hardest and got like 3 minutes prep time to not blink and not pull a face, 99.9 thousand chance, 1,000% chance, my face comes out something like this.
Yeah.
It's always the same. Oh wait,
Agree.
no, I also blink, so like that.
Ta-da! All summer we've been working on a treehouse in Sunny's backyard, and today it's finally finished. Hero and his dad did most of the work, but Aubrey and I made paper plants to put in the windowsill. We all did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. No.
Yes, you did. Oh, Marie. I miss her so much.
I miss her too.
Hey, come on guys, why the long faces? Look at all of us back together again. Marie would be so happy for us. Yeah, you're right. She would be. If only Basil could be here too. Huh? Hey, Aubrey, what's up?
Guess it got a little bit too much for her there.
Or she wants to go get Basil, which I would understand. Okay.
I have to say though, I'm surprised. How long has it been? 4 years?
4 years.
That they, if she really did committed suicide by hanging herself on the tree in the garden, I'm surprised they still managed to live there for 4 years. I think I would, if that would happen to me, if I had like a kid and then realized like in this room that that kid committed suicide, I'm not sure if I would still be able to live in this apartment.
I think there are both extremes.
Because of memories.
For one, the people who would probably feel like you're saying, like, I can't live here. I can't look at this every day. It just hurts too much to see all of this. And at the same time, the kind of people that go like, I can't leave.
Yeah, you also have the memories of all the other stuff, of course.
Yeah.
Living here.
Like I need to stay here. I need to preserve what is left, what can still be preserved.
Yeah. But if I saw like Sunny suffering this much for 4 years,
I think that's where we're moving now.
Wouldn't it be the better decision to move after all?
I have a feeling the dad left.
Maybe sooner.
Yeah, I have a feeling the dad left at some point. Because he couldn't deal with it. So now a single mother, she probably wanted to stay there because, you know, it's home.
But the dad
And
could
at some
still
point,
be there.
after 4 years, the realization kicked in, like, this is not good for my kid. We need a clean start. We need a break.
I mean, the only thing we know of Sunny's parents is the mom over voicemail.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean the dad isn't in the picture anymore necessarily. He just didn't leave a voicemail yet.
No, but there was this happy family picture in the home, and now the only character
one was
that was
out.
in Headspace, and now the only one of the two parents we still get any interactions with now 4 years later is the mother. So
That's
I'm jumping to conclusions, I know, but like from what I've seen so far, we'll see.
You know, after everyone drifted apart, I felt so alone. But now I realized that I was the one who was pushing everyone away. In the few months after Marie died, Everything changed so fast. Sunny and Basil became more closed off. Cal made a bunch of friends playing sports. And Hero always seemed to be busy studying. I was so angry at how life kept moving on. I felt like everyone abandoned me and abandoned Marie too. But I couldn't see that everyone was dealing with the pain in their own way. After Sunny stopped coming to school, I saw Basil sitting alone during lunch. So I asked him if he wanted to study together at his house. He seemed kind of uneasy about it at first, but after I begged him, he agreed. The walk there was really quiet. Basil wouldn't even look at me. And when we got to his room, I tried to talk to him, but he said he had to go to the bathroom and ran off. That's when I spotted his old photo album on his bookshelf. I just wanted to go through the photos because, well, I guess I just wanted to see everyone happy again. But when I opened it, Basil had blacked out all of the photographs with marker. I couldn't believe it. He had even blacked out Marie's face. All of her memories together. It felt like he had destroyed them. I was so confused and angry. I thought he was a nutcase. So, instead of trying to understand him, I stole his photo album and started calling him creep and things like that. And eventually, I wasn't the only one calling him names.
See? She never wanted to bully him. But she did.
At least the click is there. I feel like scum for that now. But you know what? Ever since then, all I've been doing is trying to cut myself off from everyone. It's kind of funny. What I've been doing is worse than what Basil did. Yet I'm the one who was angry at him. I'm such an idiot.
Sunny probably backing off thinking, yeah, I kinda did too, I guess. Hey, it's okay, Aubrey. We've all made mistakes. At that time I didn't really understand what was happening. I was afraid that I'd somehow make things worse, so I just decided to stay out of all of it. I'm really sorry, Aubrey. I'm sorry to you too, Sunny. I was a pretty crappy friend. You were still pretty young then, Cal, but I'm the oldest, so I should have known to take care of everyone. I just...
No, it's fine. Everyone's here now, so it's okay. I don't deserve friends like you.
They all try to cope with what's happening, and they all feel like at the same time they've pushed the others away. This is...
I mean, all of them did in their own...
Yeah. It's...
own weird way.
It's horrible, actually. Don't be silly, Aubrey. Of course you do. During all this time, it's pretty obvious that you still cared about us. I mean, just look at the photos in the photo album. There's no trace of any of the black marks you were talking about anywhere. You can see all our faces just fine. I don't suppose they all just cleaned themselves, did they? It's alright, Aubrey. I promise from now on I'll always be there for you. Yeah, I promise too. We should all be here for each other.
Has anyone mentioned how everyone's emotional style and headspace matches with their trauma response? I can't say I noticed.
Yeah.
But I also can't say I noticed it was different or not.
Well, they all have like their specialty.
Yeah, the static face, angry face.
Not a specialty, that sounds wrong. They all seem to have a preferred emotion. Like they have skills to induce certain emotions on themselves and on others.
Like Aubrey
Cal
got mad.
makes people happy, Aubrey gets stronger when she gets angry, Omori is sad.
Oh, like that, yeah.
Hero is smiling and cooking. Which emotion was Hero?
Is the taking care of others.
And Hero cooks, I guess. Yeah, true.
Hero is the carer.
It's like now that we're getting to the end of the game, I really want to look up how this game was made. Like to think of all the little details, all the visual things, all the sounds, all the metaphors, all the like, even down to the moves and what effects they induce. Like I feel like either you have to be incredibly talented to just do that, or I would need like a mind map the size of a blue whale to keep track of all the things where I want to like hint at things, and I want to make sure that I keep giving nudges to all these little details and pieces.
After you finish, I'm gonna send you a video of OMOCAT explaining the background of the development. That would be an interesting process.
It's like 30 minutes.
Oh, nice.
I'm shocked it's only 30 minutes. Thank you very much. Hey, you know what? I think this is the perfect time for a big group hug. Group hug? No, yeah, count me in.
Wait just 1 second.
Ready or not, here we come.
Sunny's like, nah.
Sunny seems like the kind of person that needs to get pushed into it.
No.
Not against his will, but because he otherwise wouldn't go into it.
Is Aubrey so small?
Well,
compared
Cal
to
is
Cal
really
and
tall.
Hero.
Cal also plays basketball. I'm guessing he is one of the taller people. Therefore, it's like a net.
Well, Hero was even bigger. We should go see if Basil is back home later today. I need to apologize to him. And I think right now, he's probably the one that needs us the most. That was a sweet moment.
If a Kickstarter got more funds, there would have been a 3DS or PlayStation Vita port for this game, but sadly it was never meant to be. Shame for the people that didn't get to experience the game because of that, but at the same time, both of those are gone now. I mean, the Vita never really had a life, funnily enough, given its name. I had one, I was really salty. 3DS has been around for ages.
What a nice thing.
Yeah. Rough summary, there are more in-depth analysis, especially from a psychological perspective. Okay. Before you go to Basil, you can do 2 optional scenes. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Bring it on. Where do we need to go first?
Walk me through this, senpai.
Would have been made on time for those anyways, 7 years later. But what is it all on now? It's on PC?
PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, and PC.
So in the end it did quite well. Which is a good thing.
And then Cal's room. Okay.
Church, okay. Let's go there first.
First we save. I like the music. It makes me happy.
I also like how it only started after we all got like to an agreement. I believe church is down.
Oh no.
Can't you? Oh.
The grandmother died.
Oh, this kinda... the church is down, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Isn't it to the left?
No, it's down and then to the left.
Can I cut this?
That kind of reminded me of the moment in Moana.
Spoilers!
That movie is like... How old is that movie now?
I hate that scene in Moana. Vaiana, Moana, depending on where you live. It has 2 different names.
In Europe, it's Vaiana.
Yeah, funnily enough, on our Blu-ray copy, they still say Moana.
Yeah, I think that's more like a local No, not there first. No, there's not. I think. Because I believe it's in Italy, there's a famous porn star that's called Moana. So Disney had to change the name in lots of parts in Europe to Vaiana.
That's the
clash with the
That's the myth we don't know. Disney never spoke up about it.
I'm quite sure that is the actual case.
Missed out on a trash bin because I didn't know it was there, but one of the best parts of this game I saw here. Let's see it.
Then let's go check it out.
There's a scene in Moana where, spoilers, you've been warned, where earlier on in the story the grandmother of the main character, Moana, dies. And later she reappears as a water spirit. And
well, she turns sick first, and then Moana knows she passed away because she reappears in that moment.
Oh, I'm afraid we won't be holding a sermon today, but feel free to use this place to collect your thoughts. Everyone is welcome here. Let me guess.
Even though I watched it. I'm quite sure it's old enough, agreed.
A grand piano. The word OMORI is etched across the center.
Maybe we used to play on this piano?
Is that like a bug kind of thing, or is this the same piano? And when did it move from the music room to here?
Why would this be a bug? There's gonna be a reason behind. They don't do bugs here.
In-universe piano brand.
Oh, well that explains. Go to
OMORI is the name of a piano. That's why Sunny's name in the other place is piano, because the recital is like a horrible core memory.
Moment. Now that you mention it, I never thought of where the name comes from.
If you're
That's
trolling,
nice.
Honest Psycho, you got me good. But it makes sense.
It's a good explanation on why this is the case. I'm guessing you need to go to the graveyard.
Podium. No. Okay. It's actually in-universe piano company. That's... okay. I'm guessing I need to go up here.
This dude is new, I believe. The spirits have been howling all day. I pray for this neighborhood. Someone will be grieving tonight.
I think 2 people actually will.
The fact that he predicted that.
If your orange cat looks hungry. Feed it some fish? Yes.
We have fish.
You don't have any fish. Should we go buy some?
I was gonna say.
That's the white orchid. But the meta explanation OMORI comes from hikikomori most likely. Yeah, fair enough. That also makes sense. Our dearest Marie. The sun shined brighter when she was here. This grave could use some flowers. Do you want to leave flowers at this grave? Yeah. I don't recall picking them up, but...
Hey Marie. It's me again. Sunny, Kel and Hero are with me this time. That's you.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to be able to speak.
Why?
Because this scene is gonna mess me up. I'm already there.
Aww.
It's fine. You're making it worse.
The tears.
You're making it worse.
I see the tears in your eyes. Oh.
She hates it when the same thing happens to her.
And
that's really sweet. And if it wasn't for the fact that we said we would voice all the lines, I would really appreciate that right now. But
okay, go
it's
for
not
it.
gonna make me read the line any faster. I'm sorry. Yes, yes. This is probably the first time this isn't a Jack is crying because Tifa is doing something dumb, or because I fail at a video game.
No, we've had crying moments before, during Danganronpa even. You've cried during some executions.
I got teary-eyed, but this is the most emotional I've been on stream. I could be way more crying. Don't worry, there's levels to this. I'm not holding back on purpose. Maybe we'll get there.
Just before the stream, it started yesterday already actually, I've been rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I'm now at a crucial point in season 5. And I've been bubbling on the couch before stream.
The Body, if anybody wants to Google the episode of Buffy or knows enough of the show to remember that episode.
I mean, I can say what happened. This stuff is older than Moana, but still.
Yeah.
Anyway, to not get into that.
Basically, it very much matches what's happening here. And it's like a horrible coincidence because like in my spare time I'm crying And now I'm crying. And it's okay. I'm not like trying to sound like, oh, you're a man, you shouldn't be crying. Fuck everybody that ever tells you that. Having emotions is normal. Feeling them is normal. Bottling them up isn't. But it gives me headaches. I don't like headaches.
Yes.
Do you visit Marie's grave a lot, Aubrey?
Yeah, I try to, although some days it's a little hard. You guys visit sometimes too, don't you?
I don't think Sunny does. Every now and then. But maybe I should have visited more often. Hey, hero. How are you feeling? I'm okay. I'm glad we're all here to see her. I need a moment. What?
I promise not to say anything.
Thank you. That's also not helping though.
What do you want me to do?
Do a handstand.
I mean, that's
Do something to get me out of this emotion, not because I don't want to feel it, but because it stops me from reading.
But I feel like that kind of...
Rehydrating.
Should I do the lines?
I'm now fully... I always thought when voice acting is being recorded, what makes more sense? To just give the person reading the lines, and then having like a voice director tell them how they should be read. Or to actually go through the story with them so that they understand why they're saying the lines, not just because they read the script, but to have the energy in the room.
Well, they usually do both.
I don't know.
Like they watch it, they read the story.
Okay.
Know what's going.
All right. I can tell you right now that if I ever were to do voice acting with something like this, I would ask them to not show me the game or movie or whatever, because if you just tell me, just read this but be sad, I think I'd get the word out sooner than in this moment.
Yeah, but it doesn't capture the feeling.
True.
I mean, you can sound sad and you can sound, hey, I'm at my funeral or at my mom's funeral sad. Like different kinds of sad.
Hey Marie, I'm sorry I haven't visited you yet. I was being selfish, I think. It's been so long, but I still miss you more than ever. I'm sorry I wasn't there. I'm just really sorry.
Hero, you don't have to be so hard on yourself.
I can't do Cal's voice right now. Do we have tissues here?
We do not have tissues here. You usually have tissues every... Oh,
I'm allergic to everything.
Here.
I do have tissues.
I was gonna say, you have tissues in every single room. Was prepared.
Thank you.
There you go.
400 hours of Danganronpa.
Different emotions.
Yeah, true. There was mostly anger mixed in that. A lot of the time. The situation was very different in Danganronpa.
It's more of the unrealistic, sad emotions. This hits a slightly bit closer, I guess.
Yeah, it's actually crazy how realistic OMORI is to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here for you if you need us. Thanks, guys. Don't worry about me too much, okay? Here, this is for you, Marie. From all of us. I'm ready. Let's go.
Can you interact with the flowers?
I know, you can take over so I can dry my tears. Do you want to have a picnic with... I'm not ready.
Aubrey with the side eye. I see that. Oh wait, was that textless? Yes, it was.
Lily of the Valley.
That was a really cute scene. I pressed A too fast. I thought text would come.
Thank you.
Well, maybe I didn't press it too fast. Are you okay?
No.
You take
No.
a moment, I'll take my time walking to... Where was it? Kel's room?
Yes. Let me scroll up.
That was a really sweet scene.
How are you not like a mess?
I'm okay.
If it wasn't for the fact that we're streaming and at the same time...
Let me dry your tears too.
This is for everybody. If it wasn't for the fact that like we're streaming and like you keep seeing this like side eye over here to make sure, are we still online? Is the audio being picked up? Is there any weird issues? Reading chat. I think getting through just this part would have taken me 2 days.
I think it's the streaming, honestly, that is stopping me from it. Because I am a huge brawler at everything. Like, I've seen The Lion King.
Baller.
Brawler.
Brawler means you walk around and beat people up.
Baller. Like, I've seen The Lion King 300 times.
Oh, my heart hurts.
You're welcome. This helped you.
I can't have these two emotions at the same time. My body cannot comprehend.
I did this on purpose.
I played this alone, so go figure. Yeah,
but like when Simba's dad dies, I know it's coming. And
why are you spoiling every Disney movie today?
And I will still cry for half an hour. Or at any other Disney movie, I will cry myself a migraine. I'll have snot bubbling out of my nose. If I played this alone or off stream, I would probably look like you right now. But I don't know, on stream it's the light, it's the streaming tension, because I'm usually very tense during streaming.
So microphone back on? Yeah.
Which also shows when I don't move at all, I guess. Like, it all stops me from not doing that. Did I say?
Yeah.
I don't recall.
After calcium would be a good stopping point. That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, it's already 10 as well. This was Kel's room, right? Yeah.
Also, I have a feeling the rest is only gonna get worse for me. And what?
Is that a giant spider on there? Yes, it is. Hero's afraid of spiders. Oh no.
And there's only so much I want to take in one day.
This spider is as big as his head.
Yeah, I mean, understandable. Also, can we talk about Hero looking kind of like Brock from Pokemon there for a second?
This trophy is the spiders now.
The whole room is.
Like, it even has his name on it from now on. It's like, well, had to give that up.
My name is not Hero anymore. Hero is the name of a spider. The spider owns everything.
Poor Hero.
We have to burn it all down. Yeah, Mom, Dad, can you take my little sister? I forgot her name, I'm sorry. Can we just leave? Because we need to burn the place down.
Hans?
Bring the Flammenwerfer. Hero turns into an anime character. Yes. What's wrong, Hero? Oh, I know. Must be a spider in this room. Don't worry, Hero. I got you. Now, where's that pesky little... Aha! I got you now.
Catch it? Ah, you squished it. At least throw it outside, or open the window and throw it out the window.
Did he just jump, grab the spider, and then...
Well, he probably dropped it and stepped on it or something, I don't know. I don't want to know the details of how the spider got squished.
Yeah. Yeah. It's alright now, Hero. You can take it easy. The spider's gone.
Poor spider.
Show it to me.
No.
Show it to me. Huh? Did you say something, Hero? Show me the spider. No, that's right. Here, look. See? It's really dead. I'm going to flush it down the toilet now, okay?
Aww. Now the toilet will be clogged. Have you seen the size
my
of that
God.
spider? You're not gonna flush that. It's gonna get stuck in the pipe.
No, worse. Worse, if you ask me. Cal goes to the bathroom, throws it in the toilet, flushes, comes back. Hero goes to the toilet because he needs to go, and it floated back out.
No.
Put on Hero's hat. No, that is horrible.
At least we know Hero is never moving to like Australia or something.
Yeah, I think he would die of anxiety. New fear unlocked. Yeah.
Like I have a friend
Sorry
who
about
lives
that.
in Australia and once opened like the toilet seat. And there can be a lot of things apparently in Australian toilets.
Yeah.
Like very big spiders or snakes and stuff like that. It's like, maybe just stay in
Daily reminder
Japan
that
for near or something.
Australia was used by the British as a prison. Like, you need to keep remembering that. The British decided the worst punishment they can think of is to take a person and then ship them to Australia. Not even going into the whole like native people that already lived there. That's fucked up too, what happened to them. Different story.
I would
But
still love to go to Australia. by the way.
some person from Europe somehow went to Australia and thought, fuck this place. The only thing we can do here is make it a prison. And then they did that.
Such a beautiful country.
Yeah, it is.
It's just that 90% of things that live there want to eat you.
Everyone that lives in Australia by their own volition deserves it.
I mean,
It's a nice place though. And I'm back. But the spider's gone. It's like magic. Thank goodness. Hero, I feel your fear of spiders has gotten worse. You should really try to work on that. What if a spider shows up when I'm not here? You think that could happen?
better get a spare house.
Yeah, house for your spider, house for you. Man, Hero, this is one of those rare times where I feel like I'm the big brother. I think the scene is over. Oh?
No, we're not done yet. Oh.
That's cute. I wish that was an actual minigame you could play with again.
Thank you for telling us about these scenes though, because we would have absolutely missed it.
Yeah.
Gotta say, the spider one was my favorite. And not because it was funnier.
The spider scene was like on character and cute and all that, but the church scene, yeah.
Actually,
Wanna check on the baby?
no, might as well save outside.
Spiders are subject to object permanence here. No. If you don't see the spider, it's not there. Hector's doghouse. It's a little stuffy, but Hector seems to like it.
Alright, sector.
Maybe out for a walk with Cal and Hero's mom and dad? Triple save.
Wait.
Quintuple. Sextuple.
Wait.
7 is my unlucky number. And I do it 8 times.
Ha! Got it.
35, 33. Now you have to keep saving until 35, 35, 35.
It's at least an improvement.
We're not doing that.
There we go. Like last time I couldn't, so at least now...
Yeah, understandable.
Now I got there.
That was pretty much exactly how I figured the stream would go.
You feeling better?
Are you feeling better?
I'm feeling okay.
How are you all feeling?
Streamlining. I even broke the chair with the streamline.
You streamlined my hair so hard. The chair underneath me ached in pain and cried out in righteous anger. Tifa doesn't just press buttons on gamepads very loudly, apparently she also likes to break the chair. I can laugh about the game now, but I understand you right now. Yes.
We did predict emotional damage.
Yeah. I mean, it's the whole emotional damage, that's like a funny bit, but it wasn't meant like that.
Well, we meant it on both sides. It's the funny
yeah.
haha.
When I watched the trailer on the Steam store page with you, and I saw those like quick cuts of like the black and white cutscenes, I was like, yep, alright, cool. And when I scrolled down when I bought the game, and that's when I saw the trigger warnings, I'm like, yep, alright, it's gonna be like that.
When I saw the first bits, I mean, it was Shrift who kept recommending OMORI to us.
Thank you, Shrift.
Thank you very much for that. When I just like put the name in Google and I saw the first like pictures of it, I was like, well, I'm not sure if it's going to be a game for me or whether I'll enjoy it, but very good recommendation, Shrift.
Thank you, Shrift. Yes, everybody can Shrift. Yeah. I honestly think, you know, earlier we were talking about people who have never like reflected on things in their life. I have a feeling maybe everybody would be a better person if they played OMORI at some point in their life. This might sound really pompous in a way, but I mean, it's a video game. So you play it to have like an experience for the story, for the gameplay, whatever floats your boat. But damn,
it makes you think.
Yeah. And honestly, if it doesn't, if you can go through the entire game and you never feel anything, maybe move to Australia. For everybody's sake.
Well, the downside is we're not going to finish the game now. Because last time you guys said it's like 3-4 hours before we would come to the end. So I'm gonna assume next stream will probably be the very last stream of OMORI.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Downside is...
It's Tuesday.
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 Oh, downside is that it's Tuesday. I'm like, it's Tuesday today. I'm like, what?
No, today? No, sorry, that's gonna... yeah, pretty much.
At least you have a week of calming down now and mentally prepare yourself for the end. Could also be like the upside. What's the upside? It's the opposite of downside. Upside, right?
The opposite of downside is upside, yeah.
Okay.
What's the upside of upside? That.
Isn't that what I said? I forgot the...
Regular stream schedule? Honestly, yeah.
I was thinking of maybe putting in an extra OMORI stream.
Because I have plans tomorrow. No,
tomorrow we're off regardless.
We're not streaming on Thursdays, so either way, you're not missing out there. Tifa and I were talking about whether we should, if we don't finish it tonight, finish it on Friday, and then just move that Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney stream to next week. Honestly...
But we also want to finish that.
Well, first of all, that. If you don't mind, I'd rather not. Because I can tell you right now, it's 10 PM now. We're slowly heading to the end of the stream. I will probably still be awake for a good 2 hours and process. And tomorrow I'm working. Friday I physically have to go to work and I'm working. And that helps me get some distance between the story and what it does to me and my feelings. Not to postpone it, but to like... I've talked about this before, everybody processes things differently. With things like this, for me, I need to like take it in waves. Like I need to find something in between
next week is fine.
to like give myself a break from it, and then I can like recover and then go into the. It's like a wave for me.
I would usually agree with you, like, oh, have like 2 hours, think about it, like won't be able to sleep, but I am absolutely beat. The past few days I've had like 4 hours of sleep, so I have a feeling
Skill issue.
I'm just gonna lay down in bed and pass out and then probably just dream about it and then sleep bad again. Like that, and that's usually how it goes.
I slept badly last night after yesterday's OMORI.
I have a reason to survive until next week. Well, we better find a game after that you like next time too.
I wish for you to have many more reasons for that. But I get what you're saying.
Actually, we don't need to find a game that you like next, because we've already found out you're kind of a masochist and like masochist and like angry watching Phoenix Wright.
So it's all Phoenix Wright because of you, honest psycho. Yes.
It's also like a type of self-torture to sit through it with us.
Definitely not all of that. At least not right now. No, but for real, like yesterday I slept like crap. And I don't think OMORI helped with that. I'm not like trying to make anybody feel bad. I knew this was probably gonna happen, and like this is just how I am. So it is what it is. But yeah.
Which is a good moment.
Still have a snack.
To ask me the question.
Tifa. It's an entertaining train wreck, Ace Attorney case. We should be able to finish it this week.
Here I thought you were talking about us.
You. I'm adorable. We've established this many times over. You keep fighting me on this, but I am adorable. You're cute too, but I am adorable. I said. I love this.
Well,
Tifa.
Whatever your plans are tomorrow, I hope you're gonna have fun with it at least.
Yes, please. Please do. Tifa. For everybody like me, who after getting in touch with their feelings would like a palate cleanser to remind them of lighter-hearted and happier parts of life. Is there somebody for us to rate?
Well, how about we go say hi to Skinner, who's playing Goat Simulator 3.
Okay. I can't think of many games
It's like a
of things you can do that are more opposite of OMORI than Goat Simulator. I've only played 2. I know 3 just came out recently.
I think I've only played 1. Or was there 2 that we have played?
2.
Oh, then I...
1 or 2?
1.
Wait, okay, let me double check.
I have 1.
1. True, they skipped 2. That was the joke in the reveal.
Oh,
like, Goat Simulator 1 came out ages ago, and then now they released they announced a new one back then, and they were like, yeah, Goat Simulator 3, because it's so much bigger than just 2. I mean, why not? It's a game you play for fun and for the memes and because it's funny, so it works. If you cannot hang around for...
You forgot the ad.
You don't need that. If you cannot hang around for the raid, please check out Skinner when you get the chance.
For some reason I always thought you needed to.
I had to look at the keyboard because I hate typing Skinner's name because it's letters and numbers. He knows this, don't worry. If it was up to him, it would be all letters, but that name was already taken.
Let's all go there and shame him for it.
No, shame Tifa for wanting to shame Skinner for that. And praise Skinner for coming up with a solution for the problem.
Speaking of bullies, let's go bully Skinner.
No. 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 Let me set up this raid.
Proceed.
Yes.
Pressing.
If you can, please stick around for the raid. Thank you everybody for joining us on this emotional journey. We'll be back on Friday with anger in Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright.